Mech Warriors to the 54th Mechanized Regiment 4v4 internal tournament. Tonight, we have 6 teams going heads up in a Swiss round robin format. Each team will play 3 games. At the completion of round 3, the team with the best record will be awarded first place. Tonight, the teams are playing for the first place team. Each pilot gets a standard mech pack of their choice. Sponsored by myself, Dadachi, Ford Prefect, and the Raging Wampa. For all non-placing participants, so second through 6th place, we'll be doing a raffle. The Javelin Collector's Pack, donated by Just Call Me Ash. A Javelin Standard Pack, donated by Bellicose Drake. A Summoner M, donated by Archon Ent. 7 Days Premium Time by Zero Mind. And we've got about 7,000 MC in the unit coffers, so we'll probably be giving some MC away tonight as well. So it'll be pretty interesting. We are going to cast a match each half hour or sooner, depending upon how the teams are playing. So we should have a constant stream of matches to play tonight. Coming up let me show you, let me get the brackets. So here we have the rules for the match tonight. It's, as I said, it's a best of 3 match. Each round will play in half-hour increments. Teams can be no less than 5 tons under match weight. For round 1, the teams are playing on Frozen City at 210 tons. Round 2 is Canyon Network at 235 tons. And round 3 is Caustic Valley at 265 tons. Additionally, each team must have a light, medium, heavy, and assault in their lance. So we're hoping to see some pretty diverse mech selections this evening. Maybe see some stuff that we don't normally see in competitive play. Any mech is allowed. All consumables allowed. All modules are allowed. Redrops are only allowed if pilot DCs before damage is dealt. Pilots must use the same mech on a redrop if a redrop occurs. Domination game mode, 10-minute clock, daytime if available, first-person view only. We will be choosing the winner based upon who MechWarrior Online says is the winner. In the case of a tie, it'll be marked as a tie. Swiss has a point system for ties, and we'll deal with that as it unfolds. At the beginning of the matches, we'll flip a coin. The team that wins the toss gets to choose their team. Team 1 will ready up first in round 1 and drop 1. Team 2 will ready up first and drop 2. And Team 1 will, again, if there's a need for round 3, will ready up in round 3. So first up tonight, in our first drop, we have... I forgot to do something. So co-hosting with me tonight, IML Switchblade of the 54th Mechanized Regiment, and co-hosting with me is my stalwart companion, Batman2213.
Thanks, Switch. I appreciate that.
Sorry, I started reading and I forgot to do the introductions.
It's all good, brother. I'm just happy to be here.
So yeah, first up tonight in our first drop is Death and his Little Helpers. That's Death of Gods, Archon Ent, Elwood, and Arjorn facing off against Honk Blarg, which is Elite, Eagle, Yoko, and that fat guy I think has been subbed out for Went Horde, so I'm going to fix that right now. Why don't you tell us a little bit about these guys while I get this going, or just fill some dead air?
Sure, okay, no worries. Well, starting off with Death of Gods and his Little Helpers. Death of Gods, of course, is a member of our MRBC team and also our Star League team. Elwood is a backup, I believe, on both of those rosters. And then the other two, they've been with us for a while, but haven't really been doing a whole lot of competitive play with us. The other team, so we got Elite and Yoko, married couple who, among other things, own our TeamSpeak. And then Elite and Eagle were teammates for the 2v2 tournament we had just a little while ago, and they did very well. Joining them is that fat guy, who is another guy who's been with us since we founded the unit, I believe. And it's just all-around group of good dudes on both sides. I'm really excited that we're casting this match first because we don't see these guys play as often as some of the dudes that we see when we're doing our competitive leagues. So it'll be interesting to see what mix they bring and what craziness they try along the way.
Yeah, this first drop specifically because it's not made up of our normal competitive players. And that is Jameson, sir, and I am glad to see you drinking that. It'll be interesting to see how this unfolds in this format for some of these guys that don't get as much competitive play as you had stated. So without any further ado, we're 2 minutes past. So let's get the teams into the lobby and let's get this going. Let me find out who we're inviting. I will pop down in TeamSpeak and be right back, sir.
I'll be here.
Alrighty. Break. All right, guys. Who has the group lead for you four? We will send you an invite from Batman.
Death does.
Awesome. Thank you. We're going to invite in just a second. And you are Team 1.
Team 1?
Yep. You need to be in your lances before we invite Team 2, please.
Okay.
All right. Crash and burn, Mech Warriors. Break. All right, guys. Who has your group leads so that we can invite them?
No one's created a group. Hold on, I'll do it.
All right. We will invite you in just a second, Elite. You guys are Team 2. We will invite you after Team 1 is set. We are going live in less than 30 seconds. Crash and burn, Mech Warriors.
Joining me, guys.
All right. It's going to be Death of Gods for Team 1 invites. If you want to shoot them an invite, get them in here.
Yep.
And then it'll be Elite for Team 2. Let Team 1 get lances set before we invite Team 2.
Okay, I invited Death of Gods. You said you want them to be completely set before I invite Team 2?
Yep. So
Okay.
while they're doing that, in the domination game mode, you've got the circle to contend with. Why does this not work? There it is. So depending upon how the teams come in, obviously Team 2 has a much shorter approach from Alpha to get into a high ground position here and get an Overwatch. Team 1, because there's only 4 of them, they'll likely spawn into Bravo, come through the buildings, and either hold here in Echo 6, or maybe take the high ground through Fox 6.
Sorry for the delay on this. Eagles is finishing up a mech. We had to switch because of the...
No worries, man. No worries. We'll invite you in a second.
Okay.
I would like to see brawls from these teams, but I'm expecting at least one team to take one of these positions here and do some Overwatch shooting.
Given our unit's overall propensity for brawling, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. If there is some poking, my suspicion is they'll probably have like one designated fire support mech, and the rest of them will be doing a little bit more infighting. That's just a guess, of course. I mean, we're talking in a vacuum at the moment.
Right, of course. The other thing to note is that at 210 tons, if I did my math correctly, that means you have to bring the lightest mech in each class to reach that tonnage. So we should definitely see some locusts.
They have 10 tons to spare.
So we'll see if they ton up, it'll probably be in the medium or heavy area.
Yeah, I would probably ton up from a 40 tonner to a Nova. I mean, Nova Storm for the win.
Nova
right?
Storm for the win. All right, let's get these guys in here. Were you shooting an invite to Elite?
I did. They're actually in lobby, and it looks like they might even be ready. Yeah, we have a green board.
Let me make sure Team 2's ready.
All right, let's do this.
All right, here we go. We are Crash and Burn Mech Warriors. Game 1, drop 1 of round 1 between Death and his little helpers and Team Honk Blarg. This is the 54th Mechanized Regiment 4v4 tournament. It is our third tournament since creating the unit. Our first one was a 1v1, our second a 2v2, and now we're doing a 4v4.
Actually, this is our third. You may recall when we first founded the unit, I did the free-for-all tournament.
I forgot about the free-for-all. You're absolutely right.
And I'll go ahead and throw it out, a shameless plug out there now. I'm planning on doing another one to celebrate the year anniversary of the unit.
I cannot wait. So here we go. The dropships are starting to come in now. Slowly. We locked? No, we're moving. I don't see the dropships moving.
I don't see them moving either. There it goes.
Wow.
All right, so Team 1, Elwood in a Cicada 3M, Arjorn in a Locust, Archon in a Gargoyle, and Death of Gods in a Summoner.
Team 2, we've got Eagle and a Mad Dog, Went Horde in a Locust, Yoko and a Warhawk, and Elite and a Shadowcat.
So it looks like Elite might be pokey for Team 2, and if I had to venture a guess, I'd say Elwood might be pokey for Team 1 with that ECM Cicada.
I'm thinking Team 1's going to be brawly. With the Gargoyle Prime and the Summoner Prime, you're going to see SRMs on that Gargoyle more than likely.
Okay, so Elwood's running 4 medium lasers and an Ultra AC5.
Went Horde has secured the circle first for Team 2.
Arjorn's an all medium lasers. Archon is ER smalls and ER mediums.
Arjorn, first blood goes to Arjorn, scoring a hit.
Death of Gods SRMs. So Team 1 is absolutely brawly.
So Team 1 continues to make their way down the hill through the city into the northern end of the bowl. Wet Horde and Elite playing the cover pretty tight there. It looks like Yoko and Eagle might be pokers setting up on the angles there.
Yeah,
Arjorn
but
all
they're
alone.
way out of position to support right now. Yeah, okay, Eagle's running LRMs.
That
Interesting
is
choice.
a LRM. That is a lot of LRMs coming in. Death of Gods at 86%, Elite down to 60%, getting chewed up in that brawl. Those LRMs are just not effective weapons in this side of engagement.
Yeah,
Elite goes
Death of Gods
down.
drops
Death of Gods
Elite.
get the kill.
Went Horde is now dueling against 4max by himself.
Yeah, it's a 4-on-1 situation. He's doing a great job of running around, but this will not last long.
No, it won't. He needs to get out of there while he still has something left of his mech. Looks like he's going to slip away with a relatively healthy mech, but now he's diving back in again, so maybe I spoke too soon.
Archon taking quite a bit of alarm damage at 49% at this point.
All right, so Yoko's sitting back in a Warhawk. Arjorn's about to creep up on her.
Arjorn spining Yoko. Turning. I don't know that she's aware that he's right behind her.
Well, she's definitely aware of it. She just can't see him.
I don't know what sort of close-range weapon she has. Oh, large lasers?
Yeah, she's definitely built for long range. In fact, I'm going to jump into her cockpit real quick.
Meanwhile, while you're watching that fight, we've got a 2-on-1 situation here. Death of Gods is charging Eagle. Went Horde is trying to light Death up.
Yeah, Yoko's 2 ER large and 3 LRM launchers. She's just not equipped for the fight that she's having right now.
Eagle trying to put out Lerms to provide support to Yoko, but it's not going to be enough. We've got a 2-on-2 situation over here. The Cicada's firing at Eagle, and the Mad Dog, Went Horde, trying to get him behind and get Elwood off of Eagle so he can put out fire. Went Horde is being quite survivable, actually. Arjor taking down Yoko and the Warhawk. That was an inevitable situation, unfortunately.
Archon getting pounded with an artillery strike or an airstrike. He's down to 38%.
38%, but that's, the Lerms, man. They spread that damage all across the chassis, so it's just not enough pinpoint damage to finish them off.
Yeah. Eagle's about to go down as well, leaving Went Horde to fight solo.
Eagle's down, Went Horde all alone in that Locust. Let's see if he can take... That's it.
Nope.
So it is a 4-0 for Death and his little helpers. Those damage numbers, 51, 39, 38, 91, percentage-wise for Team 1. A lot of damage being done by Team 2, but not enough of it pinpoint to bring those mechs down. Let's take a look at the damage numbers here.
Yeah, see, Eagle put out quite a bit with that Mad Dog. He got almost 400 damage out of it, and all of them were, at least half of that. It's just, like you said, it was spread all over the place, and that ultimately did them in.
So, yeah, game 1 of round 1 goes to Death and his little helpers. Let's move into game 2. Let's get the team set into their lances.
Sure. Do you want me to have a team drop and drag the other team down, or you just want me to swap them now?
We'll just do it in game. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. If you want to just drag them around, yeah, good stuff. And they can. We'll ask Team 2 to set their lances first.
Wait. Team 2 is what was previously Team 1, so Team 1 still needs to set their lance first, right?
Yep, good call. So yeah, not much to talk about in that last match. Obviously, I think that the Lerm boats were not the best choice for that map, that type of engagement. Team 1 is ready.
Okay.
Let's get Team 2 to make ready. Arjorn doing a good job of getting in behind the Warhawk and taking it down. There was 3 alphas from Arjorn before the Warhawk, did respond. And unfortunately, in a brawl with large ER larges, you're going to have a hard time with that.
Yeah, it's just, the burn time on those clan ER larges is such that, even when she could hit that locust, she just couldn't get all of the damage onto one component.
Right. Yeah, it looks like both teams are ready, and we are Crash and Burn Mech Warriors.
Let's go.
So we're getting into drop 2 of round 1 between Death and his little helpers and Team Honkblarg, the 54th Mechanized 4v4 tournament. Frozen City domination, 210 tons for both teams. Both teams need to bring a light, a medium, heavy, and assault into their drop decks. Game 1 of this went to Death and his little helpers, and Honkblar are going to try to make a comeback in this one.
I fully expect Team Honkblar to have changed their drop deck. At least I hope so.
I agree. I can certainly see why you might want to bring Lerms in a situation like this, maybe. But I lost confidence as I was saying that, if you noticed through the sentence.
Well, you know, and it may just be that, well, no, it looks like they've got the same drop deck. I mean, I'll have to check loadouts to confirm.
It does appear to be the same drop deck. I see Lerm launchers on that Mad Dog.
Yeah, he's got 6 launchers. Good lord.
Looks like Team 2 getting the time advantage again, of course. Frozen City's a little imbalanced there.
Yeah, near as I can tell, they have the exact same loadout they had last time.
Looks like Arjorn's set up not really a good position, kind of out in the open. Not really a lot of cover where he's at. I guess there's a little bit of a dip there. But Team 1 advancing and looking to get close and get those locks so they can fire in their Lerms. Again, not probably the best decision for this type of map. Looks like Team 2 advancing through the city in the 7 line, pushing up. I don't know that Team 1 knows that they're there. We are about to have a brawl.
Oh, I hope so.
And here we go. Elite pinched out. He's got 3 mechs closing on him. We have a 3v1 situation.
Yeah, those
first blood goes to Team 2.
Backpedal.
They're trying to backpedal, but Elite is taking a lot of damage here.
Yeah, 70%. They're not gonna be able to save him. They can't put enough pinpoint damage down to drive anybody off of him. So Archon will probably finish him if he can get him before he gets out of range.
Team 2 splitting, Death going in alone against the Warhawk and the Mad Dog. 3-on-1 over here. 3-on-2, excuse me. Locust and Shadowcat versus Locust, Cicada, and Gargoyle. Elite 55%. Looks like Elwood and Archon are just about to finish him off, while the 2 Locusts is dueled it out as well.
Yeah, so Death of God's just overheated.
1-1 at this point. Wenhord taking down Arjorn. We've got a 2-on-1, a Cicada and a Gargoyle versus the Locust. Death of God's at 84%. Sorry, Death of God's
down
at
to
56%. Yeah. Yoko at 72%, Eagle at 78%, Death at 51.
I think Death has just made a calculated move here to just kind of stall these guys out and take their fire off of his team.
Yeah, they're trying to burn down that Locust, chasing him. The timer is at 34 and 58 right now, so no real... Oh, Yoko goes down. Wow, great shot by Death of Gods. Eagle trying to create some distance to himself, putting his back to Death, though. That might be a bad mistake.
He's not going to be able to create any distance because Death's mech is just as fast as his.
Wenhord is legged. Cicada and Gargoyle are just about to finish him off. Wenhord goes down. Here comes 3-on-1 situation with Eagle. Eagle trying to put out as much damage as he can. I think this is a foregone conclusion at this point, but I really would like to see Eagle take down at least 1 mech.
Yeah, but he's got Death down at 32%. He could conceivably finish him, but not at that range.
Death goes down, airstrike.
He got it. That was
and Elwood clearing up Eagle. It looks as if Death and his little helpers are going to take the round with 2 wins.
Yep.
That was kind of exciting at the end there. Good cleanup by Eagle, at least getting 1 kill against those 2 mechs or against Death of Gods.
Back it up. The hostiles have taken control of the target.
Not a huge surprise there with the Lerm mechs versus the Brawl deck, but fun to watch nevertheless.
Yeah. And the good news is because we're doing a Swiss tournament instead of elimination, they get the opportunity if they want to between now and the next round to change loadouts and come at it with a different approach. And I mean they're still in it. They could win the next 2, go 2-1, and then just depending on how the tiebreakers play out.
So Death of God's doing a ton of damage here, 565. Eagle also doing 342. Elite and Arjorn not putting up a ton of numbers. Elite getting pinched out very early on, a 3-on-1 situation. Just unfortunate to see that happen. So let's go ahead and get into the second drop here. Let's let these teams know that they are ready to take a break until the next round, and we will move on to the next drop. I'm going to bounce around for a second, put you back on screen.
Okay.
If you want to... Well, no, they won't be able to hear you. Just 2 seconds. Hey, good game, guys. Good game, guys. Good stuff. We will get you in.
So how's scoring working on this Switch?
So you guys won that with 2 wins. You got the win on this one.
Okay.
You're not doing the Swiss thing, right?
It is Swiss. You'll play 3 rounds overall, and it's the best of 3. It's within each match. The winner of that match is 2 of 3 win.
It's like a Magic tournament on Friday Night Magic.
It's exactly what it's like.
So what if we end up with 3 wins and another team ends up with 3 wins?
So there is, if you read the rules, there is a sudden death tiebreaker that we will go to in that case.
Okay.
Yeah, in the rules it says, where does it say that?
We get to change our.
If after 3 rounds there is a tie, we will have a sudden death 1-drop tiebreaker on a random round map tonnage. It's the 5th rule down in the rules. So you guys take a break for a few minutes. Let me go get the other 2 rounds done.
Yep.
No.
Hey guys,
This is
good stuff. You guys, we'll get the next round going here in a few minutes. We're going to get the other guys going. We're going to keep the stream live with games, and we'll reach out to you guys and ready for the next drops.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
All right, break. You guys ready to go?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to get you going in just a second. Break.
Yep.
Hey.
Hey, you guys good to go?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm frozen. Yeah, I think we're ready.
Are we? I thought. When does this start?
It did at
It's
9.
Started.
First
Yeah.
match is already on.
First match is already
You
done.
said. Wait, started at 9. It's only.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
no offense, Scotch. That's why we were like, oh, you're showing up at 9.
All right, guys,
Yeah.
we're gonna get this going in just a second. You guys had already won your coin toss and chose team 1, so we will set you into the match in just a second.
Okay.
All right. Good luck,
All right.
Crash and Bear McWarriors.
So,
All right, Batman. Why don't you go ahead and talk through what transpired there while I get the rest of this stuff ready to go.
Okay, sure. So I'll talk about drop 1 first. Team Honk Blarg, what they did is they got their lights into the circle, relatively quick. Probably, I'm guessing, over here from drop point A. The problem was that because their 2 heaviest mechs were set up with LRMs in a support mission, they were stationed. I think they had the Warhawk over here in Golf 5, and then the Mad Dog squirreled all the way around here into Golf 6, and in the time it took him to get in position, they had already lost their medium mech somewhere over here due to the push of Team 1. So they were down a mech before either of those 2 mechs were able to put any fire on the opposing team. Now their Locust squirreled around for a bit and gave them time to get some shots in before Team 1 just realized, hey, you know what? We're just going to push on those mechs and take them down. That's exactly what they did. So I'm trying to remember who the light pilot was. I think it was Arjorn was in a Locust for Team 1, and he came running right up here into Yoko's back and just wreaked havoc on her. He got 2-3 bursts in before she was even responding to him, and unfortunately, just due to the composition of her mech platform versus his, just didn't really have an effective way to fight him off, and didn't have anybody who could support her in doing so.
Right, and after that, it was just sort of a domino effect for the rest of the mech.
Exactly. The rest of those mechs, the remaining 3, all pushed over here and engaged against who was it in the dang Mad Dog?
It was Eagle and the.
Yeah. So, at that point, all that was left was the Locust that had been squirreling around at the beginning, and it was simply a matter of time, 4-on-1 before they were able to drag him down. Now, I thought maybe, given the results of that first drop, they would change loadouts for the second drop. They chose not to do that, and I'm sure they've got their reasons for it. That's fine. So what they wound up doing the second time around is the 2 LRM mechs were over here in Delta 6, and they had was it Elite that was scouting for them?
Shadowcat was up
in the
Fox 7, or Echo 7, excuse me.
Was he all the way up there?
Yeah, he was all the way up there.
So he was somewhere in this area, and meanwhile the opposing team, I believe, dropped over here in Charlie, and then they just came right through these buildings, and the first mech they found, they shot. Elite starts backpedaling over here, trying to back up and use his PPCs to good effect, and also bring the opposing team under the fire of the LRM mechs.
But ultimately just fell apart.
Well, once their position was found, Death of Gods broke off in his summoner and came over here and engaged them 1-on-2 because he could get inside the effective range of their weapons and just make a mess of things, which is exactly what he did.
Absolutely.
And so we had that domino effect happen once again. And as I was stating to you a few minutes ago, the good news is the other team, they have an opportunity to take the lesson learned out of that match and still continue to participate in the tournament. So I look forward to seeing how they respond to that first round defeat and what they do next.
Right. So let's move forward into the second drop of round one, second match of round one. Excuse me. Team Douche Canoe, made up of Just Call Me Ash, Emiratus, Dadachi, and Taxman, versus Team Ruckus. I'll drink to that. Zero Mind, Scotch Tape, Hydrocal, and Dom the Destroyer.
Speaking of drinking to that,
yeah. For those that don't know, Team Ruckus is named after Big Ruckus. Pilot in our unit passed away about 7 months ago. And we miss him dearly, and hope he's having a drink wherever he's at. So let's get this going. Let's get Team 1 in here, Team Ruckus. Get them invited. They're ready to go. It is going to be...
Who's their group leader?
I didn't ask that. 1 second.
All right, it's Zero.
Zero, okay. And then Dai has the Douche Canoe. While he's getting those invites, Team Ruckus, Zero, Scotch, Hydro, and Dom, all are members of our MRBC and our Star League team. Really fantastic group of guys who've been playing with them a long time. Probably some of our better pilots in the unit. Team Douche Canoe is mostly our Asia Pacific Team Spudshed in MRBC AP division, and also 6th place World Championship team. So in the AP division, excuse me. So Douche Canoe, also fantastic pilots. Ash, I think, is 18th in the faction play leaderboards right now as a pilot. So really
I don't remember exactly where he is, but I know it's a point of pride for him.
It is.
All right, so we got Team 1 in lobby.
Yep, let's get them locked into lances, and then we'll get Team 2 in here, and then we will get this going. And they've all left.
What the hell did they just do? I'll try that again.
What happened, guys?
Team no practice, huh?
What happened?
Oh, we gotta
something happened.
Don't
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right, they need to fix something real quick.
Okay.
All right, so let's
So we'll keep filling the dead airspace.
Yeah. All right, let's go quickly, guys. Come on.
Hey.
All right, they're getting their stuff going. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's gonna take 1 second. They fucked up. So yeah, for those that might be just joining us, see we're 23 viewers. This is the 54th mechanized. Let me start over again. This is the 54th Mechanized Regiment 4v4 tournament we're playing tonight. It is a Swiss format where all teams are playing 3 matches apiece, and at the end of the tournament, the team with the highest rank will win first place. Again, want to thank our sponsors, all of our unit sponsors that gave prizes. Going to be a pretty exciting payout tonight. First place team is going to walk away with a standard mech pack for each pilot, and then we've got a number of raffles to hand out to those that didn't get into first place. We have completed match 1, which was Team Honklarg versus Death and his Little Helpers. Death and his Little Helpers clinched that with a 2-0 win. Brawlers versus the Lerm deck, so that's sort of how that unfolded. Now we're getting into Team Douche Canoe versus Team Ruckus, which is a lot of our competitive pilots facing off against each other. It'd be North America versus Asia Pacific. So let's see how this unfolds. We've got Team 1. They are set. Let's get Team 2 in here.
I've sent them an invite. Might take a little while for the invite to go to Australia.
That's funny. Right, Team 1 is set. They are doing an Alpha Bravo setup, so they are going to be pushing in probably through the city and down into the bowl. I'm curious if they're going to have some pokers and some brawlers. Team 2 in the lobby. So here we go. We have Team 1 set. Hydrocal 240, Scotch Tape, Dom the Destroyer, Zero Mind versus Dadachi, Just Call Me Ash, Emiratus, and Taxman.
This is going to be a hotly contested battle.
I am super excited for this to start. Let's go, Team 2.
That was your way of saying ready up, right? Because if you're rooting for the Aussies over our U.S. brothers, I don't know. I'm going to have to kick you out of the lobby.
All right, let's get this going. So some pilots to watch. Watch out for Zero Mind and Hydrocal, probably the two. They are set. We are Crash and Burn Mech Warriors. And on Team 2, Emiratus and Just Call Me Ash, probably the two better pilots on that team. So let's get this going. So yeah, getting in. This is drop one of round one. Team Ruckus versus Team Douche Canoe. This is essentially a North America versus AP grudge match. The 54th Mechanized North American competitors versus the 54th Mechanized AP competitive team. So this will be interesting to see how this unfolds. I'm calling on across both teams. I'm going to see Zero Minds doing top damage across both teams. That's my pick of the game.
I don't know. Ash has a propensity for doing a lot of damage.
He does, but I feel like that's the easy answer. So
okay, well, Zero Mind's in a Cicada 3M, so we'll see if he. Oh, you know what? Both of those pilots are in Cicada 3Ms.
So
we'll
team
see if
one,
it's the Battle of Cicadas.
Team one, we got Hydrocal and Battlemaster 2C, Scott Shape and Hellbringer, Dom the Destroyer and Locust, and Zero Mind in a Cicada. What do we got for team two?
Team two, you got Didachi and an Eben Dragwire Prime. Emeraldi's in a Marauder 2C. That'll probably be our top damage dealer there. Taxman and a Locust Peanut Butter or Pirate's Bane. And just call me Ash in the Cicada 3M.
Team two
Team
securing the circle
in
first.
the circle.
Go ahead.
And it looks like they've got their heavier mechs set up in an Overwatch position. I wonder if they're sniping, maybe. I'm going to check their loadouts.
Meanwhile, Team 1 is starting to progress up the 7 line. We've got a mech on point, the Locust coming in to try to get in the circle.
Didachi's got large pulse lasers and ER mediums.
I don't really like Didachi and Emerald's position. They're a little too close together, for my opinion. Not a lot of room
They're
to maneuver.
both running large pulse with ER mediums, so they're definitely poking.
Ash and the Cicada going out, trying to do some ninja shit on the right side there.
Yeah, he's running large lasers on his Cicada.
Looks like he scores first blood against Didachi, or Didachi has first blood scored against him.
Zero's also in large lasers for Team 1.
Both teams playing looks like a poke deck.
Now, Dom's Brawley in his Locust, he's got small pulse.
See, this I much prefer Zero, Hydro, and Scotch Tape's position to Die and M's position because they have more room to maneuver.
So this is going to be a very pokey match. There's only one mech that's actually equipped for brawling, and it's a Locust.
Yeah, it looks like Ash is all on his own over here in the 7 line at the end of the city. We've got both Locusts down in the circle, just holding it secure. Again, Die and M just not in great positions, in my opinion. Airstrike coming in. Let's see if he gets a good hit on the Hydro. Looks like it's an artist strike. Ooh, took Zero down to 81%. That was a 16 or 15% hit on Zero.
It's because he's in a Cicada. It's a much smaller mech, so the damage is more significant. I agree with you, though. I don't think M and Didachi are in a great position there. I kind of feel like maybe they ought to be shifting to their right a little towards Ash.
And meanwhile, I think the American team shift to the left.
Well, see, the Americans have ER large. They don't need to close in. The other guys, they got large pulse.
We've got movement across the middle. We've got Die and M moving now into Theta.
Yeah, they're probably looking for an opportunity to drop Dom and resume the countdown on the circle.
M and Die moving steadily across the center here. I don't know. They know that he's right around this corner.
Hydra's poking out at them now.
A good shot there by Emeratus. And here goes Dom and Tax are on each other. Meanwhile, M and Die, there goes M circling around, triggering on Dom. They really should have kept advancing on those mechs up high. Now they're going to circle around on that Locust. We've got a 3-on-1 situation in the middle. 3-on-1 situation at the top if they push.
Emeraldi's is coming back to help with Dom.
That's the 3-on-1 situation. M and Locust and Die is kind of holding anchor there. The 3 American mechs are out of position. We've almost got a 4-on-1 situation here at this point.
Yeah, Dom's hurting.
Dom is at sub 50 at this point. This is not going to end well for him. The Americans have got to get in this fight. They are in a position where they can put down no fire to protect Dom at this point. Ash and the team. There goes
He's
Dom
done.
to Emeratus. Now we're on a 3-on-4 situation here. Die in a pretty good position there in the terrain feature to shoot left or right. M's got his Overwatch on the left and Ash Overwatch on the right. Taxman not really in the fight at this point. Scotch getting isolated there at 83%, Zero at 69%, Hydro at 85%. We got 70s and 80s across the board for the AP team, the Asia Pacific team. Spudshed is certainly in a better position, I believe.
Yeah, they've got one more mech. Overall, their health is a little bit higher as well.
They continue to be dynamic. They're moving up through the city and getting on the flank of the American team. They're getting enveloped.
Yeah, they're not going to just let them sit back and poke at range anymore. Now that they're down a mech and they're down on the timer, they have to move into the circle. They have to remain in the circle, which means they're going to be exposed and vulnerable to fire from the elevated positions that the Spudshed guys are now occupying.
And here we go. Emeratus moving in at 68%. Taxman holding down that right flank. Good shot by Zero and Hydro and Scotch on Emeratus, but not enough to take him out. Taxman coming in to provide some distraction while the other mechs advance from down the hill. Doing a good job of getting those mechs turned. Hydro Kyle goes down. And bringing him down. M2 kills so far in the books. And
Scotch Tape's also down to 60. They're both down in the 60s.
They're focusing on Scotch Tape, chasing him into Theta. Zero trying to provide cover, but it's not going to be enough. That Taxman is just taking a lot of guns away. Now they're isolated one-on-one. It's a 4-on-1 situation at this point. Zero Mind versus the 4 AP pilots.
And he goes down.
Emeratus securing 3 of the 4 kills.
Game 1 to Spudshed.
Game 1 to Spudshed. And I can hear Ash through the many channels. Woohoo, all that boys!
And I can hear Hydro cussing himself out on the other channel.
Absolutely. All right, so MVP, Emeratus 444, Zero Mind delivering in 154, Scotch Tape doing 350 for Alpha Lance there. Dom going down with only 43 damage, but, you know, a Locust with 4 mechs on him, it's hard to get those numbers out. So
it sure is.
Game 1 goes to the Team Douche Canoe from Asia Pacific. So let's get into drop 2 of this round 1 match between Team Douche Canoe and Team Ruckus. Would you mind dragging the teams between the two sides?
I'll move them.
Yeah, it looks like Emeratus actually did all 4 kills there. My missed call on that. So well done, Emeratus. All right, so let's get Team Douche Canoe to lock lances. Hate this bug.
Yep.
The Twitch chat. We've got M cheat, side torso invincibility confirmed. We've got shenanigans being called. It is getting unruly.
You see Wampa's comment about duct tape. I think that's a throwback to our remarks last night about Scotch.
Yes, hero mechs are allowed. All mechs are allowed in the tournament. There is no limit on mechs or consumables. You can pay to win.
All right, so Team 1 looks like they're set.
Team 1 is set. Let's get Team 2 to lock in. And there's comments about the Pirate's Bane. I will say that the Pirate's Bane is not as good as the E variant, in my opinion. I believe that the Locust 1E is a better mech.
You know, I own the Pirate's Bane, and it's not a bad mech, but I like my 1V better with my single large pulse and the 50% cooldown bonus that comes with it. I mean, it just...
Constant stream of fire, yeah.
Yeah, I get 500-600 damage in a 20-ton Locust, and I stay far away where the other team can't hit me. Or not as easily, anyway.
Looks like Team 2 is doing some mech shenanigans.
Hey,
that's fine. They're allowed to do that, I guess.
They're asking for a reinvite, please. So reinvite Zero.
Of course.
And while that's happening,
they probably needed to move some modules or something, and you know they can't do that from the lobby.
All right, so they're coming back in. So yeah, that match, we had 2 poke teams coming at each other, and the Asia Pacific team, Team Douche Canoe, able to stay dynamic and continue to move when they noticed that an isolated mech moved in on that Locust, pinched him out, burned him down, and then moved into a position to take the high ground back from the American team, Team Rux. You know, once they got down into the bowl, they were not in a good position to fight out of it, and were simply picked off one by one. I did think in the beginning that the Team Rux had a better position. They were in a better spread across the top, able to put out more fire and focus down. And I thought that Team 2, the Team Douche Canoe, was a little bit clustered. Unfortunately, it turned the way of Douche Canoe. Unfortunate for Team Rux, that is. We are Crash and Burn Mech Warriors. Let's get this going.
Let's go.
So I don't think a repeat's going to happen. I don't think M is going to get 4 kills. I'm calling that.
Well, I'm guessing Team 1 almost certainly changed their drop deck, and Team 2 might do the same, or they might just stick with it because it worked.
With what Team Rux did to drop out of the lobby, I guarantee you they have changed their mechs at this point.
I don't think that's in dispute. It's just a question of whether or not the Aussies did the same.
So we're seeing our viewer number spike again. I want to welcome anybody that's joining us now. This is the 54th Mechanized Regiment 4v4 internal tournament. We are in round 1, Swiss format, Team Douche Canoe versus Team Ruckus. And here we go. Frozen City, 210 tons, a light, medium, heavy, and assault per team.
So the Aussies have the same chassis. I don't know if they're the exact same loadouts. As we expected, the Americans have changed their drop deck. We've got a Gargoyle for Dom the Destroyer, a Locust 1E for Hydrokyle. Zero Mind is in his Marauder 2C. So those mechs are the mechs that they were piloting last night in Star League, and then Scotch Tape in the Nova. I'm not sure why he chose the Nova B specifically, but that's where he's at.
And then for Team Douche Canoe, Team 1, we've got Adachi and EBJ Prime, Just Call Me Action as Kata 3M, Emiratus and Marauder 2C, and Taxman and Locust PB, Pirates Main. As my friend Batman just said, that's the same X they brought in the last drop, so we are probably looking at a Brawl deck versus a Poke deck at this point. Team 2 making their way through Theta. They're a little bit spread wide for my taste as a Brawl deck. And First Blood goes to Team 2 shooting, Team 2 shooting Taxman down to 90% at this point. Dom and Hydro taking a little bit of tick damage as they move across the open ground there. Hydrocall down to
So Ash
89%.
is top, poking with his large lasers. It looks like he's about to run from those other 2 mechs because they're starting to close in on his position.
Yeah, we got
He's got cover fire from Emeraldes, who's also using large lasers. Yeah, it looks like Team 1 brought the exact same drop deck this time.
Team 1 brought the same drop deck. Team 2 rotating through the city, probably going to push up the 7 line through the buildings, try to get in close and get that brawl going. We got Hydro and Taxman alone in Theta at this point. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
M and Die in pretty just stationary positions, putting down laser fire.
Yeah, they might want to start backpedaling now because those clan mechs are going to close that gap pretty quick, and things will turn ugly when they do.
Ash out in the zone on the left flank there. If those brawlers shift and start pushing at him, they might be able to pinch him out, but they're moving straight ahead into Die and M's position. Ash is going to have backs here in just a second.
Meanwhile, you got Hydra over here dueling with Taxman one-on-one. The damage is relatively even, slightly in Hydra's favor. Of course, he has 2 more pulse lasers than Taxman can equip. Nessie, now Taxman's running out of the circle.
And here we go, the brawlers pushing on Dadachi. It's a 3-on-1 situation. Dadachi at 60%. They're crossing each other's lines, though. That's not good. Dadachi goes down,
Dadachi's
Zero
down.
getting the kill. Focusing on Emiratus now. Emiratus at 75%. They've got to widen that line and put down fire. Dom goes down. Meanwhile, Hydro dueling with both Ash and Tax in the background.
Yeah, and in contrast, Zero and Scotch Tape are going 2-on-1 against Emeraldes, who's down to 34%. So there he
Scotch
goes.
Tape brings down Emiratus, and now we've got a 3-on-2 situation. Hydro dueling it out with Ash. Here comes Zero and Scotch. Scotch is trying to go wide, maybe to get back in the circle.
He legged Taxman. That's what he did. He legged him, and now he's running away from him. So he's trying to take his small pulse lasers out of the fight.
Here we go. We get Zero, Scotch moving in to get in the brawl with Ash. They're going to finish off Taxman first, I believe. Zero takes Taxman out. Ash on the run now. He's got 3 mechs chasing him.
Well, he can't outrun Hydro. And
he's legged.
So it's done.
And here they go, finish him off. Scotch Tape taking on Ash. The brawl deck versus the post deck with a decisive push through cover ground is able to take him down. Good job. I thought for a second there the Team Douche Canoe was going to be able to pull it out when Dom went down and those numbers started ticking away on Zero and Hydro. It didn't look good, but good job, Team Ruckus. We are now 1-1 in this match. Looking forward to the next one. Let's look at those damage numbers. Scotch Tape 425, Zero Mind with 450. I think I called that maybe last game, but it still counts as a call. Emerata still doing top damage for Team 2 at 403. Ash at 220. Taxman only 93 damage, but again, he was dueling with Hydro early on and got legged, and then it was a 3-on-1 situation, so not a lot of opportunity for him to put out damage. So we are 1-1 at this point. Both teams having secured a win
That glitch is really getting on my nerves.
Yeah, the chat glitch, absolutely. Can't get this to
Well, they're over tonnage right now, so obviously they're in the middle of a change.
They're moving next around and stuff. Let's while this is going on, let's go back and let's just do a very quick, brief summary of what we saw happen there, Batman. Why don't you walk us through that?
Okay, so drop one, we had our U.S. players, and they were set up roughly here in Echo 6, except for the one mech that they'd run into the circle down here. Team 2, they had their big mechs basically standing right on top of each other here in Golf 5, and initially it looked like their position was inferior. But then you had Ash and his Cicada, and he came running over here into like the Golf 7 side and then creeped up into the Fox 7 side, and he just started to apply just a little bit of pressure.
Yep, absolutely. And once you provide that pressure, the backpedaling started.
Right. So, Team 1, they folded over in this direction and started running away, and then just all of Team 2 rotated counterclockwise, and next thing you know, they have the high ground and they're just shooting down into the circle where Team 1 was just exposed and eventually annihilated.
Then we get into drop 2, which we just saw. We had a brawl deck versus a poke deck.
Yeah, and what I loved about that is the American boys, they just stuck with their guns, so to speak, and our plan A in most situations is just to brawl in and make stuff happen, and that's what they did. They got up here in cover, and then just executed a solid push, and then Hydra was down here by himself, Locust v Locust, and he squirreled that Locust out of the circle. They had like a 25-second advantage on time, and then they just consolidated their fire, and Team 1 all pretty much died right in that circle right there.
Now you called that our plan A. Would that not be a plan B for a brawl?
All I meant is they played to our strength. That's our primary means of victory in most of the games that we play in Comp League or really just anywhere else. So when we're trying to play seriously, we bring a serious brawl deck, and that's what they did, and it worked.
All right, so here we go. We've got Team Ruckus 1 point, Douche Canoe 1 point. If you can invite Ash back to the lobby, this is should be drop 1. Sorry. Let me fix that. My apologies, guys. Should still be on Frozen City. There we go. We have the tiebreaker of this set here, and let's get going. I think we've got both teams ready.
Well, we got them both in the lobby, but we're not set yet.
So let's get Team 1 locked into the Lances and Team 2 locked into the Lances. I am curious if we're going to see another Brawl deck on Team 1, and if Team 2 brings a Brawl deck in response. I would very much like to see Brawl on Brawl here.
Yeah, I'd love to see them finish that way as well.
Now, Elwood, it's a nervous habit that I push my glasses up. Furthermore, they are Oakley's and not the same brand that I had before. The brand that I had before pinches the skull. Oakley's don't, so they have a tendency to slip down my sweaty fucking face. So please, continue to drink, and I will continue to push my glasses up my face, you dick. All right, Team 1 is close to getting ready. Team 1 is ready. Scotch Tape's not ready, but they have cleared ready. Team 2, lock in, please. All right, Team 2 is selecting Lances. They're moving to Alpha Lance and locking in at this point. For those of you just joining, we see an uptick in viewers. This is the 54th Mechanized Regiment 4v4 tournament. It is a Swiss format, 3 rounds, 6 teams. The winning team will get a standard mech pack of their choice per pilot, and we have 6 different items for raffle for the non-winning teams, or the losers, as we like to call them. Right now, we are watching Team Douche Canoe versus Team Rux. Team Rux is comprised of our North American competitive team players, and Team Douche Canoe is comprised of our Asia Pacific competitive players. So this is a grudge match for sure.
Everybody's ready. We're going to launch.
All right, Crash and Burn Mech Warriors. Apologies for the language. This is a PG-13 stream. I have now used one F-bomb, and we have met our capital or our
Quota.
Quota. Thank you. Quota for the night. All right, here we go. Drop 3 of the round. Frozen City, 210 tons. Each team must bring a light, medium, heavy, and assault mech. You cannot be any more than 5 tons under the round limit. Last round, we saw Brawl deck versus the Poke deck. Both teams spent some time in the mech lab prior to getting into this, so I anticipate we're going to see some changes here and see a brawl on brawl.
You know, Team 2, they're using the same chassis, but they're using different mechs. So instead of the Cicada 3M, Ash is in a 2 Alpha. I wonder what they changed. I'll check loadouts.
All right, and then Team 1 again bringing, it looks like their Brawl deck. We've got a Nova B, a Mad Dog, a Gargoyle, and a Locust. So Team 1, Team Rux is likely bringing a Brawl deck. Team 2, what do we got in those mechs?
So far, their loadouts are all the same except for Ash. Ash is bringing a bunch of medium lasers in his Cicada this time.
So we've gone to Laser Vomits. We've got Laser Vomit versus Brawl. The Americans, Team 1, Team Rux, charging straight into Theta, going a little bit of a circuitous route around to the right side here, maybe trying to find some cover through the city. Hydra locking down the circle.
Well, you know, and they knew they were going to be at a disadvantage on time. Team 2 they have a shorter route in, and so I think what they're going to do is they're going to go up there and they're going to blow that little signal relay on the side there just to negate some of that time advantage. Of course, you know, they have to get them both or it doesn't matter.
Right, that'll only give them 10 seconds to bring it up to 54, which would not be enough. It looks like Hydro and Tax are flirting with each other here in the center. The Brawlers, though, crossing the city. We've got a little bit of a NASCAR situation going here. Team Douche Canoe rotating to the southeast, and Team Rux rotating to the looks like the north and the west.
Yeah, I think Taxman just spotted them, though, because it looks like the rest of Team 2 is now turning and facing in that direction and getting ready to receive that push.
It looks like they're forming to receive. Hydra is still holding the circle. Taxman holding as well for Team 2.
Hostile target beta is destroyed. This should buy us some more time.
Not enough time. That only gives you 15 seconds. That puts them at 59. So they still have the time advantage here. If Hydro is able to fight Taxman out of the circle, it looks like Ash and Tax are coming after Hydro. Laser fire going out. Pretty decent hits against Scotch Tape there at 95%.
Yeah, but they're not going to be able to take down all 3 of those mechs. Their firing line's too small to do so. I mean, it's just, you know, 4-on-4. You can't drop all those mechs before they get into you.
But I like Team 2's position. They are in a semicircle. They've enveloped the Americans at this point. Zero at 79%. Taking a lot of damage. Here comes Taxman getting into the backfield.
So Hydra's trying to push in on Emeraldies and Didachi, and they're just backpedaling from him and the rest of the team for that matter.
Zero at 72%. Tax doing a great job stalling the push there.
Yeah, his back's probably open. I mean, he's probably lost a torso at this point.
Dom and Hydra continue to push on Emeraldis. Scotch putting himself in Zero's back. Good play there, protecting his teammates.
Zero's down to 62%.
They're still focusing on Zero. Zero at 60%. And here comes Tax trying to finish off Zero. They've now shifted their focus to Ash and Tax, trying to get them off Zero at 49%, 47%.
Yeah, Hydra's doing good work on Taxman, but
Dom goes down, pushing alone against those 2 laser vomits.
And Zero's at 44%, so they're about to be down 2 mechs.
Zero trying to push in on Emeraldis and die on his own. Hydro and Scotch trying to take down Ash. Taxman just doing a great job of turning these mechs.
And Hydra's legged.
Hydro is legged. Didachi takes down Zero Mind. We now have a 4-on-2 situation. It's pretty much over at this point. Hydro bringing down Taxman.
Dead.
Ash is at 42%. Scotch is looking to try to finish him off.
Yeah, but Ash is...
And now Die goes down from Hydro. And here's the laser vomit coming in to finish off Scotch. Scotch 72%. Scotch taking down Ash. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Can Scotch pull this out? Emeraldis at 53%.
Come on, man. The pride of the nation is on your shoulders.
Die is pretty fresh. Emeraldis down to 44.
He might get M, but I don't think he's going to get Die.
37% taking the torso. Emeraldis goes down. Scotch Tape takes Emeraldis. 1-on-1 situation. Scotch at 36. Die at 96. And Die finishing off Scotch Tape. Hell of a fight by Scotch Tape there at the end. That was
a
great.
Fight.
The hostiles have taken control of the target.
that was great to see. Team AP, Team Douche Canoe pulling it out. 2 wins to 1 win against Team Ruckus. Great job responding to that brawl push, concaving, splitting the forces. Just fantastic. Zero getting focused out early on was a huge detriment to Team Rux. And then Dom doing what he had to do, keep the 2 laser vomits busy, but they just backpedaled, had him at range, and ultimately were able to peel him apart. Scotch at the end there, doing a great job trying to recover, but unfortunately not enough.
Yeah, well, and Zero, who you would peg to be the overall damage leader, not this game. Barely got off an alpha and change before they killed him. I mean, they ripped that shoulder off while he was trying to close the gap, and he couldn't get close enough to effectively, bring those launchers online, and it did him in. But it was a beautiful fight all around.
So Team Douche Canoe securing that with 2 wins to 1 win for Team Rux in this round. We are ready to proceed to the 3rd match of round 1, and then we will get into round 2. Very exciting times. Batman, talk us through that very, very briefly, and let's get this 3rd team ready to go.
Sure. All right, so, whoops, just a second. I got to take my push to talk off, or otherwise I'm going to keep doing that. All right, so once again, we had the Spudshed guys, and they deployed over here in Drop Zone Alpha, and they rushed their light mech into the zone right away, start the countdown, and they got, I think it was down to 44 seconds before the Americans were able to respond. So the Americans, they came mostly in this direction, except for Hydro, who of course came in here to stop the countdown before the game ended. They went ahead and destroyed Objective Beta, which restored 15 seconds to the timer, but still left them at a disadvantage. Meanwhile, Spudshed, I'm guessing probably with info provided by Taxman, saw the maneuver, and so they took their poke deck mechs up this way and just created space for themselves. Ash came in here with Taxman to drive Hydro Kyle out. Hydro linked up with the rest of his team, and as they began their push, from Golf 4 towards Golf 6, where the other team was set to receive them, they came under fire, and that's unfortunately with the low ground being right in the middle of this map. Brawl decks are going to face that problem, and Zero Mind was not destroyed, but was crippled before he could apply significant damage, and after that it just kind of, like you said, the domino effect. Scotch Tape, I will go ahead and highlight. He made a tremendous effort of it those last 2 minutes or so of the fight, roughly in this zone right here. It was 3-on-1 against him. He took down 2 of those mechs before succumbing to the 3rd.
All right, it looks like both teams are ready to go. Invite Ubersuck and Ford Prefect. Let's get them in for a coin toss real quick.
Okay.
Break.
Oh, hey.
Break. Hey, we need you guys for a coin toss real quick. So, Ford, your name is first in the alphabet. Heads or tails, sir?
Tails.
It is heads.
Uber, would you like Team 1 or Team 2, knowing that Team 1 must lock into Lances first in round 1 and must lock into Lances first in round 2?
Team 1.
Team 1 it is. Gentlemen, good luck. We will send you invites in just a moment.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yep.
Good luck, Uber.
All right, here we go. We're getting into the 3rd round here. Take this off. Set this up. We have Team Plague Bearers versus Team Other Guys. Why don't you tell us a little bit about these guys real quick while I get the board reset.
All right, so I'll start with Team Plague Bearers. For some reason, I can't highlight the whole damn roster. It's not showing up.
No worries. So, Team Plague
there
Bearers.
There it goes. I just had to hold my mouse still. And there it went again. All right, so Ubersuck, give me the rest of the roster.
Yep, so Team 1 is Plague Bearers. That's Ubersuck, Timber Ghost, Dan Boy, and Quinn Allard, recent converts from another unit. And then the other guys actually make up the remaining contingent of our competitive team. They also competed in the World Championship as 54 MR Hunters. That's Bellicose, Drake, Ford, Prefect, Northpaw, and Shadowram.
Yeah, so I know the other guys' team just a little bit better by virtue of they've been with us longer, and as you pointed out, they did play against us in the Mech Warrior Online World Championships. But it's a good group of guys, and excited to see what they can do. I'm actually really glad that Team Plague Bears decided to jump in on this with us. It's always good to get the new blood involved, and to be perfectly honest, I have no idea what to expect from their drop decks. I don't know if they're just going to bring whatever it is they're comfortable in. I don't know if they're going to base their drop deck off of what we've shown with the previous 2 matches. Just kind of a total wild card there, and that's the kind of stuff I get excited over. I mean, after a while, you get tired of seeing the same 3-4 chassis drop after drop after drop. So it'll be good to see what they pull.
Absolutely. Well, let's get these guys in here. Let's get Ubersuck invited for Team 1, and then once they've set lances, we'll invite Ford Prefect for Team 2.
I don't see a shield on Ubersuck, so if he is a group leader, it's not showing on my screen.
There he is. Yep. So now you'll need to invite Timber Ghost, Danbu, and Quinn Allard. So while he's getting this ready, let me just roll over the brackets so you guys can see this. So as we said, this is Swiss format. So each team will be playing 3 rounds apiece. The winner of the tournament will be the team with the most points at the end. In the case that we do have a tie, there will be a sudden death tiebreaker, 1 drop for those 2 teams. It'll be a random round, so random map and random tonnage. Batman and I will discuss and try to come up with something interesting in case of a sudden death, and we'll go from there. Right now, we've got Death's Helpers having secured a 2-0 win against Honkblarg, Douche Canoe having a 2-1 win over Team Ruckus, and now we're watching Other Game Guys and Plague Bearers. So I think we've got both teams in lobby, and let's get this going.
We only have 1 team in lobby at the moment, so waiting on their last guy to ready up.
All right, they're locked in lances at this point. So let's get Ford an invite.
Yeah, he doesn't have a shield either. I don't know what's going on there.
All right, so let's get that'll be Ford Prefect, North Paw, Shadow Ram, and Bellicose Drake. Perhaps what we do for the tiebreaker is we bring in Poopenshire and a Locust, and both teams we'll have them hold their drop positions, get Poopenshire into a hidden position, and the first team to find Poopenshire and destroy him wins.
Oh, why can't either you or I do that?
Well, because I just like to see shit get shit on, if you know what I mean.
I'm having a problem inviting Bellicose. It's showing him in a group that none of the other 3 were in, and when I click on his name, it does not give me the option to invite him.
Bellicose, drop whatever group you're in. All right. That should fix it.
There it goes.
All right, get him an invite, and let's get them locked in and go. Poop, I feel nothing but the utmost respect for you. I just like that your name is Poop.
Oh, is he in the
yeah, he's
Twitch
watching.
feed?
He's watching the stream. I've done some co-casting with him for MRBC, and really, really enjoy the guy. Probably one of the better casters out there for MechWarrior Online. So as soon as he's done flying around the country and doing work, he'll get back into the game, I'm sure. It looks like we got both teams
looks
ready.
Like everybody's ready.
We are Crash and Burn, Mech Warriors. So yeah, I am excited about the drop deck we're about to see here. For those just joining, it's 210 tons. Both teams must bring a light, medium assault, and heavy and assault. Excuse me, 1 of each class. You can be no more than 5 tons under the round limit, and again, the round limit is 210. So should be interesting to see how this unfolds. Jameson for the win, brother. Yeah, I've got to refill my drink after this drop. All this talk and my mouth's getting dry. All right, so this delay at the beginning with the drop ships is quite annoying. I wish it would just get straight into it.
All right, so here we go. Ubersuck in a Locust 1V, Quinn Allard in a Marauder 2C Scorch, Timber Ghost in a Mad Dog Prime, Danbu in a Shadowcat Prime.
And then on the Team 2, we've got Shadowram in an Ebonjag, Ford Prefect in a Cicada 3M, Northpaw in the Pirate Spain, and Bellicose in a Warhawk. I'm going to bet that's a quad PPC Warhawk. And here we
All
go.
right. Uber's running the 1 Victor with the large pulse laser, just like I run mine. Shadow Ram's got dual Gauss, 3 ER mediums on the Eben. Northpaw running 4 medium lasers and a machine gun on his Pirate's Bane. And Ford, 3 large lasers and an ECM on his Cicada. I don't know why it's got the teams mixed up like that. All right, so Quinn Allard in his Scorch is running 2 Gauss rifles and then 4 SRM6, so it looks like he's prepared to fight at any range.
That is an interesting build. Neither team... Oh, first blood goes to Team 2. Quinn at 99 and Timber at 96.
Timber's running large pulse with ER mediums, just like those guys did in Spudshed.
Yep, Quinn's missed a few Gauss shots. He's going to need to hit those, otherwise those weapons are not going to be of use putting on that mech. I think at this range, anyways, it's just going to be a little bit of tick damage at most.
So once again, Team 2's got the clock advantage, just like we expect. Team 1 has stopped the bleed on that at the moment with Ubersuck running into the circle. Team 1's a little spread out. They're in a column rather than spread out in a line. So they're not really able to consolidate their fire on anybody at the moment.
I like Team 2's position. Great airstrike against Bellicose, taking about 7% with that airstrike. But Team 2's in a really good position where they're able to spread fire. I don't like where Bellicose just backed up into, though, putting himself out of the fight there for a second. You know, Team 1, 73% for Timber Ghost, 88% for Dambu. They're really not in the best spot right now. If they want to continue to have this fight, they're going to have to find a way to close. Or get an angle on these guys.
They need to pick one side or the other of that wreckage. If they stand on the left side, then who's that in the Eben? Shadow Ram can't get shots. If they stand on the right side, then Bellicose can't get shots. So they need to pick which side they want to be on and push on that side and apply pressure.
So here comes Ubersuck running into the backfield with Shadow and Ford, trying to disrupt them so that his other guys can move forward. A good move on his part.
Yeah, he did provide that disruption, but they did see him move, so he's not going to be able to consolidate that gain.
We've got a 3-on-1 situation now, but those other 3 mechs are not making a move. Now is the time for them to get in the fight.
Well, Timber's already down to 66% too, so I mean he's already probably open in 1 or more places and thinking cautiously. I'm not sure Uber's going to be able to get out of there. He's at 60%, and they are pursuing him.
And Northpaw is going to be able to burn him down before the other guys moved. And I did not see the team take advantage of that distraction. Now Shadow and Ford resetting their positions. Bellicose never having moved, holding down his position the entire time.
So to me, it looks like the issue they're running into here is Team 2 is focusing fire better than Team 1 is.
And a bit of that shows too. Again, Team 2 having played many competitive matches together in a long time. Those guys, but Team 1, 50% across the board. Really just not in a great position to pull this one out, I don't think.
They're not in a good position, and they did lose a mech. But I will say this, though. The fact that those low percentages are all over the place is indicative of the fact that they are sharing their armor. So let's try to find something positive to say about it, because I'm sure having some kind of constructive feedback gives them something to discuss and work on for the next round, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Those numbers definitely dictate that. I just really wish they had taken advantage of that distraction. Hopefully they'll get this in the next round and be a little bit more aggressive on their maneuvering and put those mechs, if they're in a position where they're in a line like that, to your point, use the terrain to their advantage and take some amount of the fight. Cleaning them up, Northpaw goes in and gets Ubersuck. The win goes to Team Other Guys, bringing down the Plague Bearers in this round.
Yep. So now they'll just switch sides and go at it again. Let's see what kind of adjustment they make.
Timberghost doing 204 damage, pretty good damage number in his part. Quinn 132, but Uber and Dan both bringing in less than 50 on that. Bellicose bringing 428, Ford 329, Northpaw 270. Pretty good numbers for the Locust. Shadowrim only bringing in 112, but Bellicose never moved. He grabbed that position and he was able to put out fire almost the entire game. He backed into the corner, the alleyway there once, and I thought he was going to be out of the fight for too long, but he was able to move back forward and put down fire for the remainder. I got a spinning wheel on the stream right now. I hope I haven't lost it. I still got you, right?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right. So let's well, we've got them set already. Team 1, Team 2 ready to go. Hold on
right,
just a second. Let me make sure the stream's fixed. I want to check the stream health. It's just
okay.
It's not showing anything in my video.
I'm going to
preview.
afford Team 2 an opportunity to change Lance. I don't want them to think that they're stuck in that one just because that's where I put them.
They are declaring ready.
I know, but I want to clarify they haven't done this with us before.
Yeah, copy that. Looks like my laptop has lost internet connectivity. All right. Looks like the stream was fine the whole time. It was just my laptop losing internet. It's back up now, so we can proceed. We are Crash and Burn Mech Warriors. So we're up to 30 viewers, so we picked up a few viewers since. For those of you just joining, this is the 54th Mechanized Regiment 4v4 tournament. We are in match 3 of the evening. It's Swiss format. All teams play three matches apiece, and at the end, the winner is the team with the most points.
You still there?
I am still there. You hear me okay?
Yeah. You ended your sentence, and I thought maybe I'd lost you. And now I'm worried maybe I lost the damn lobby. Oh, no, there it goes. When I alt-tab, I always run the risk of having the game crap out on me.
All right, well, this match is starting. I'm refilling my cup, so I'm going to be zoomed out over the match while you call it for a second.
That's okay. I got this. All right, so it looks like Team 1, that would be the Team Other Guys, bringing the same drop deck they brought last round. Team 2, actually, they also appear to have brought the same drop deck, so we'll just see if a change of position, maybe a change of strategy leads to a different outcome. Team 2 dropped in Lance Charlie, which for their team is actually, I believe, furthest from the circle. But we'll see if they get in there first. Team 1, they've got their Locust running directly towards the center, and it's a race to see who gets there first. And it looks like Team 2 got there with a 3-second lead. So the rest of the Other Guys' team is taking a longer route around. They're going to go towards the west side of the map and kind of doing a similar maneuver to what the Team Big Rucks did in their last match. Team 2, meanwhile, is consolidating in the general direction of the circle, but they're spreading out, getting themselves a little bit of a wider line, which will probably serve them better when it comes time to consolidate their fire. You know, instead of going in single file, they'll be shoulder to shoulder with a little bit of space between them so that they can get those angles on Team 1. So a little bit of an exchange between the two Locusts here. Ubersuck is down 5%, should still be healthy. Can't imagine he's really lost armor on any one component just yet. A little bit of a poke from Northpaw on Ubersuck. And Team 2 is now set up in buildings. And we see some trade and fire going across the ravine between the teams. And Shadowram takes down Uber.
I'm assuming that was Goss?
Let me double check his loadout again because I don't remember. Yes, he has the dual Gauss, and it looks like that's exactly what it was.
And they now are they secure the circle. Team 2 needs to get into the circle at this point, or Team 1's going to pull this out in the next 35 seconds.
Yeah, I think they've just realized that they're pushing now. Unfortunately, once they move out from behind that building, there's just not any cover for them, and they're moving laterally, which means it's taking even more time off the clock. So they're going to be under pressure for sure.
Yeah, Quinn and Dan finding some cover there, but now Timber's out in his zone is going to have 4 mechs shooting at him. As he crosses.
Timber's in the circle, so he stopped the timer, but he's exposed, and if they put Goss on him, they may be in that same problem again here momentarily.
It's a pretty good position here behind this shuttle, though, this broken ship here. You've got pretty good angles you can shoot with either armor on those corners. A pretty decent position normally. Team 1, though, in a superior position, though. Now we've got 3 mechs tucked into a space that really is reserved for 1. But at this point, though, they're just, they're pinched, and they're going to need to push one way or the other.
Yeah.
Looks like we're doing a left push here.
Yeah, they might be just trying to drive Northpaw out of the circle. Of course, he's got the speed to run around here.
Knocking his shoulder off, it looks like, of Shadow Ram. Timber
Did they get the
moving
Gauss
forward.
shoulder?
70% good damage numbers against Team 1 at this point. Team 2 below 50, but they might be able to get a couple mechs. Northpaw bringing
Shadow
down
Ram
Timber.
still has
Quinn
all
bringing
of
down
his
Northpaw.
weapons.
So here they go. 2 mechs charging up the hill at Shadow and Bellicose. Quinn going down to that quad PPC. And Shadow going down, or Dambo going down. Team 1 cleaning it up. Good damage output, though, from Team 2 this game. Much higher damage output than they did in Team 1.
Yeah, they definitely did better. Again, I think it's just, they don't have as much experience as Team 1 did. But they've got 2 more rounds, so they got time to get it.
So here we go. Looks like Team Other Guys taking the victory against Team Plague Bearers. Quinn doing 250, MVP for Team 2. Shadow Ram 447 for Team 1. Good games across the board there, and we're going to move into round 2. So let's get this going. So let me update the brackets here. So as we go into round 2, 1 second. Round 2 is 235 tons on Canyon Network. Again, each team must bring a light, medium, heavy, and assault. We've got 3 games. We're only going to stream 2 games this round, and we'll do the same thing in round 3 for the sake of time, so we can burn through this. So we'll have one team playing offline and finish that game, so we can get this done before midnight. So we got game 1, Honk Blarg versus Plague Bearers. Game 2, Death Helpers versus Team Rux, and game 4, Douche Canoe versus Other Game Guys. So the first game we're going to go ahead and stream is Death Helper versus Team Rux, as those guys have been on the bench for a little while, and then we'll move.
Can you actually update this on the challenge page so I can actually see it?
It is updated. Hit refresh.
Oh, dang. Okay, silly me. I'm sorry.
No worries, man. So yeah, the first game we'll stream is Death Helpers versus Team Rux, and we'll roll into that right now, and then we'll move into Douche Canoe versus the Other Game Guys. And we'll get that going in about 30 minutes. So
are we going to have that Honk Blarg and Plague Bearers? Are we just going to go ahead and tell them to go ahead and play one now?
Yep. We're going to have those guys go play offline right now, and we'll get these this other set of games going. We'll get Honk Blarg and Plague Bearers, one of those teams, and we'll get both those teams in the round 3 drops. So let's get this moving forward. I'm going to get Death Helpers and Team Rux into the room for drop 2. Why don't you talk to us about drop 2 real quick?
All right, so in round 2, we got a 25-ton increase in the drop deck. My guess is that'll probably be spread across all 4 mechs. They're probably going to bring something. Oh, I don't know. I mean, they might stick with the Locust in the light, or perhaps a Spider. I think a Spider might be a good investment there. It's only 2 kilometers per hour slower, and the fact that it's jump enabled might be really relevant on this map. Let's see. We got Death of Gods team there against Team Ruckus. You know what? That's going to be a straight-up grudge match. You have the Star League / MRBC starters against the Star League MRBC backups. It might just be Death and his little helpers trying to show that they need a starting role in matches to come.
All right, let's pull these guys up, do the coin toss, and get this going. Break. I need a coin toss.
Scotch, you go this time.
Heads.
All right, 1 second.
I got.
Where's my guys? Break. I need a coin toss.
Coin toss.
Me?
Our turn. Come up, pulling.
Yeah.
Just a second, I gotta check and see if everybody's here. Archon, you here?
I'm here, but I would wait for a smoke.
Shit. I'll do it.
All right.
All
right, guys.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this coin toss going. Death, call it in the air, please.
Ready?
You want tails.
Heads.
It's heads.
All right, Death, would you like Team 1 or Team 2?
Let's go. Team 1.
All right, Death Helpers will be Team 1, and Team Rux will be Team 2. So we'll pull you guys back down to your room. Death, get your group ready. We'll shoot you an invite right now. Scotch, get your group ready. Crash and burn, Mech Warriors. All right. And I'll tell these other guys to get their game going. 1 second.
Okay.
Break. Hey, Timber, reach out to Elite and them, and you guys get your game going, and then we'll cast one of your round 3s. I don't know if you guys can hear me. No one's.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll let them know that you're coming to bug them. Break. Hey guys, I want you to play against Play Bears. Get that game going right now. Report me back their results, and we'll get you guys casted in round 3. Anyone?
Okay.
I'm trying to move through this so that we don't have...
No, I know. We're trying to figure out how to set that up.
So set up we'll do a coin toss with you guys real quick. Let me pull you up.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hey Uber, I need you and Elite to do a coin toss real quick to figure out whose team won and setting the lobby. So Elite, Kolos, call it in the air, please. Heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails.
It is heads.
All right, Uber, would you like team 1 or team 2?
Let's do team 2 this time.
All right, Elite, please set up a lobby. Once you're setting your lances, shoot Uber an invite. You guys play best of 3 on Canyon Network at 235 tons. Let me know if you need a judge's opinion, but play that out and report back the results, please.
Okay.
All right, thank you, guys.
Roger.
Error.
All right, let's get this game going then. We've got Death Helper ready to go.
I'm just getting confirmation. They're all in lobby, but only 2 of them are readied up. Okay, he says set. Invite out for team 2. Oh, and I got to change the damn map.
Aman Haran is saying that there should be a camera on the coin to maintain integrity of the coin flip. I think.
Yeah, I did see that. I'm flipping the coin right here in front of the dang screen. Just to be clear, in case you guys weren't here when I explained it earlier, this is heads, and because this country is the butthole of the earth, this is tails.
All right, so we've got team 1 is set in their lances. Elwood is still AFK. We're waiting on him to get back, and we'll get going. Why that's going on, why don't we go ahead and do this? Let's go here and into map strat. Let me bring up Canyon Network. Domination. So Canyon Network domination, obviously what you see a lot of times unfolding on this map, team 2 positions that you normally see unfold. You get your series of pokers set up around this rock formation here, or this rock formation here, and then a mech somewhere in here holding down the circle. And then meanwhile, team 2, if you're dealing with pokers again, you'll see them set up here and here. Sometimes you'll see they come across here to radar tower, but I often see them come on the epsilon side of the map. There's not as many opportunities to fall back on the epsilon side of the map, but I think it has better rocks, so to speak. You can poke the left and right side of those rocks a little bit easier. Meanwhile, the position over here at the Space Needle radar tower, you've got better opportunity to navigate to cover and backpedal, giving you more long range shots. In the case that you're dealing with brawlers, what we see a lot of times is they'll push up straight across from here into Theta, and then if team 1 is coming up through the valley, the fight either happens here or it'll happen here. That's a really horrible drawing, but I think the point is made.
No, it's okay. But what I would say is if I were team 2 Brawley, I think I'd actually prefer to come down this way. There's less exposure of enemy fire. Yeah, it takes you a little bit longer to get into position, but when team 1 is either advancing through this valley like you described, or if they come over here, you're not taking as much fire as you would be coming in on this Charlie line.
But the problem with that approach, though, Batman, is that death ramp. This ramp is the bane of your existence. If coming up that ramp, you were way exposed. You've got no cover. I don't personally like that approach. I understand what you're saying on the approach, but when the culmination of the approach, that channel right there, it's really tight, and they've got multiple places where they can shoot back at you.
Yeah, looking at this D5 side over here, I could see what you're saying, but I mean, they do have some deflate, and I also think what the composition of their drop deck is will matter significantly. Are they jump enabled? If they are jump enabled, they can come around here if they want, or they might just come in through Charlie, like you said, because it's the shortest route. What I hate doing when we're on the team 2 side is I hate walking up this ramp, usually in my, big slow Kodiak or Battlemaster or whatever, and then having a torso taken off before I'm actually able to shoot anything meaningful. I hate it.
All right, it looks like we have both teams ready, and we're going to get this game going.
All right, I'll hit the button. Let's go.
All right, Crash and Burn Mech Warriors. We've got Team Death and his little helpers versus Team Rux. Again, to the point Batman was making, Team Rux is most of the 54MR competitive team, both in Star League and MRBC. Death's helper has some members from that as well, but a couple of backups there due to time and schedule. They just weren't able to be on the primary roster. And we are seeing maybe a bit of a grudge match here. Death Helpers with something to prove, and Team Rux walking through this map that we've played many times in our recent practices. So let's see how this goes.
Well, Team Death's helpers might have something to prove from a historical standpoint, but right now I think the pressure is actually on Team Big Rux because they dropped their first match. All right, so Team 1, we've got a Nova, a Cheetah, Battlemaster 2C, and a Summoner. Team 2, very similar loadout, but Dom is piloting a Marauder 2C in lieu of the Battlemaster.
How do you get rid of the mouse again? God damn it.
Shift P to get it, and Shift P to get rid of it.
I never go to the mouse mode. Trying to get these mechs.
All right, so Dom's in the Scorch. He's running the double LB20s with the SRM4s. Zero's running SRM6 Summoner. Scotch Tape's got the 12 small pulse on the Nova.
And we've got a brawl here at Epsilon. Elwood moving in. High ground. First blood goes to Elwood against Dom the Destroyer. Dom at 93%. Elwood down at 93%. Death pushing in.
All right, Archon's also in a Nova. He's got the machine guns on his.
Looks like Dom is the focus here. Death, Elwood, and Archon all focusing on Dom at 58%. Death the focus for the other team at 58% as well.
Elwood's running large and medium pulse in his Battlemaster.
Dom at 50%, Death at 38%, Dom at 47%. We might see a drop here but it's about the same time for both teams.
Oh,
Death going
Scotch
down.
takes down Death.
And here goes Dom.
Goes down.
Now we've got 2 mechs in their 90s against 2 mechs in their one in the 90s and one in the 70s. Scotch Tip becoming the focus. Zero getting it behind Elwood. This is going to end quickly for Elwood, I believe.
He's got a lot of structure quirks there. He might be able to twist out of this.
Archon doing a good job of putting himself in the enemy's back while they try to focus on Elwood.
But Elwood overheated a second time.
Hydrocal bringing down Arjon. Now Hydrocal's going to get in the fight. Scotch bringing down Elwood. Archon alone, 3-on-1 situation. Let's see what he can do. Focusing on Scotch Tape, trying to get Scotch down 46%.
Yeah, but he just overheated. That's the reason I don't like the machine guns on the Nova. Like, I understand why people use them, but I need the extra heat sinks. And there he goes.
And Zero bringing down Scotch Tape, or excuse me, Archon.
So Hydro will run back into the circle, and that'll be game 1.
Game 1 goes to Team Rux. Death's Helper's putting up a really good fight.
Absolutely.
I really like their initial position they took with Elwood and Archon putting down cover fire while Death ran into the brawl. I thought they were going to be able to bring down a couple of mechs before they fell apart.
I was a little busy checking loadouts, so I didn't really get to see the positioning. I'll look for it this next drop.
Zero doing 722 damage, MVP there, and then Archon for Team 2 doing 468 damage.
Yeah, he definitely got the damage in that Nova. I wasn't trying to dog him on it. I just, we each have our own preferences, and I explained mine. Scott's got 2 kills with his.
Yeah, I'm also not a fan of the machine guns. I get the crits. I understand the reasoning behind it, but I would rather have those small pulse melting armor. So let's get these teams flipped for the next drop here.
All right, while we're getting that flipped, for those that are listening in, if you guys want to offer some input in the chat, machine guns or no machine guns on your Novas? Let's see what you got.
Had to fix the score there. Team Ruck is having 1 point. Death Helpers having 0 points. Teams getting set into their lobbies now. Once Team 1, or the lances, excuse me, once Team 1 gets set in their lances. Dadachi, go 9 small pulse lasers or go home. Pink Panther, SPL's no MGs. Shadowram, MGs are OP, but you gotta control heat either way. Ford Prefect, all machine guns. And Dadachi, unless you're M, run 10. Poopachar, 12 SPL is fine, but not with machine gun, just too much. Ash, machine gun all the way. 8 S small pulse lasers. So kind of a mixed bag there. Not quite what I was expecting.
Maybe we'll have to do an all Nova 1v1 tournament to settle it.
Science. All right, let's see if Team 1 is locked in.
Well, they're under tons right now, so they're making a change.
Now, for those guys that are playing off stream, it has nothing to do with how cool I think you are. It really is just time management. I was only going to show 2 streams. It was the plan from the beginning per round, but we got excited and wanted to show each match and drop 1 or round 1. So, no slide intended. Just trying to keep it going forward. Don't want to be doing this all night long.
Did someone say something, or are you just throwing that out there preemptively?
Throwing it out there preemptively, you know.
I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure we don't have any drama queens in the unit, so I think we'll be all right. But
all right, Team 1 is ready.
I agree with you.
And Ash, making sure to mention that he is on the FP leaderboard in the top 20 in chat. For those that don't know, he is in the top 20 on the FP leaderboard.
Yeah, would you say it was like 18, and he's gonna be like, no bullshit, I'm 11.
Yeah, we do love Ash. Looks like Team 2 is ready as well. We are Crash In Burn Mech Warriors. Let's get this second drop going of this round. For those just joining us, thank you for joining. It's the 54th Mechanized Regiment 4v4 tournament. We are in round 2, Swiss format. Each round is a different tonnage, different map. All teams must bring a mech of each weight class. So this round we are at 235 tons, and the teams must bring a light, medium, heavy, and assault. In drop 1 of this match specifically, the teams had pretty good positions around the Epsilon position. However, one team overextended into the brawl and ultimately lost the fight, allowing Team Ruck to capitalize and pull out the win. And we go into drop 2. It is the best of 3 format. Let's see how this goes.
And once again, this tournament brought to you by our friends at Jameson. If you're not drinking Jameson, shame on you.
If you're not drinking Jameson, Shameson on you.
I like that. My thing just crashed, so I'm not even in the lobby right now. It's all you, brother.
Yep, copy that. We've got Death of Gods and a Summoner, Archon, and a Nova, Elwood, and a Battlemaster, Arjan, and Artichita. Looks like the same drop deck as last round. 0 Summoner, Hydrocal, Artichita, Scotch Tape Nova, and Dom in a Scorch. I believe that's the same drop deck.
That sounds like the same drop deck, and that's interesting given that we saw them like changing tonnage in the lobby, so maybe they were just screwing with everybody.
So here we go. We've got the teams again moving to the Delta 5 position. Team 1 in the Delta 5 position. Team 2 taking that north position in the North Rock there. We've got 2 cheetahs around Theta. Both teams a little bit cagier, it seems like this time. One setting up on the Delta 5 Rock, and the other team holding back behind me. I believe that's Charlie 5 Rock.
I'm going to attempt to rejoin lobby and see if it lets me go back to spectating.
Some fire being exchanged. It looks like Team 1 might have some range. I think that is just Elwood with the range. And Team 1 making an approach now. They're going to push into this brawl. Cue the Benny Hill music.
Elwood did have large pulses last time. So
they're split. They're split. Zero Mind coming in alone. It's a 4-1 against Zero at first. Here comes Scotch and Dom in the back, but Zero taking an abuse in that initial few seconds of the exchange. Down to 57%. Team focusing on Zero pretty well. Archon getting focused on by Hydro and Dom. Hydro bringing down Archon. Zero at 23%, falling out of the fight. 21%, and they are pursuing. Elwood's back is getting caught up by Scotch Tape. They are peeling apart now, one-on-one situations. It is not going good for Team 2. Losing the advantage with not taking Zero down quick enough, it looks like. We're at 2 down for Team 2, 1 down for Team 1, 3 down for Team 2, 1 down for Team 1, and they're going to finish up Arjan quite readily. That Scorch is a beast. You know, I think what happened there when they went around the rock, Team 1 was out of position. Zero put himself where he should have dropped quickly. That summoner, the survivability on that summoner is just disgusting. He was able to tank through that and give the advantage that they had given up. They were able to take back quickly from Team 2. And then Team 2, in pursuit of Zero to get that kill, opened themselves up to back shots from both Scotch Tape and Hydro Kyle, ultimately allowing Team 1 to secure the win there. Scotch Tape, 426 damage for Team 1, Death of Gods, 345 for Team 2, and Team Rux secures the win 2-0 against Team Death and his little helpers. Great game, guys.
Yeah, and so with the conclusion of that game, both of these teams are 1-1, moving into round 3. And I'm talking rounds, not games. So this one ended 2-0 in favor of Team Big Rux. Unless I've had too much to drink and I can't remember.
Uber, I'm unclear. You guys won that 2-0?
Yep.
Good job, man. All right, thank you.
Yep.
And it looks like I just got a report. It looks like Plague Bearers took down Honkblarg 2-0. So Plague Bearers securing a win. They are
Butch,
also
are we
1-1.
Are we playing another match with these guys, or is that over?
You
that
guys
was 2-0, brother.
2-0. That's it.
Oh.
So
Okay.
you
Sorry.
guys will be waiting for round 3 now.
Oh, fuck. All right.
All right, so now we're going to go and do Douche Canoe versus other game guys. So let's get those guys in the lobby up here for a coin toss real quick. That was a fun match to watch. All right, let me see. Forward. Break. And die. Break. All right, guys, we need you for a coin toss. Die. Call it in the air. Heads or tails.
Tails.
It is tails.
Team 1 or Team 2, die?
We're going to go Team 2.
All right. Ford, get your guys ready, and we will shoot you an invite in just a second.
Roger.
Crash and burn, guys.
Hey, Switch, you want to do the map strat piece while I get these guys in lobby since I was completely absent for the second drop?
Yeah, I will. Let me pull Ford back down to his group, other guys, and get this lobby or the set tournament map strat. All right. So yeah, let's look through that. So in drop 1, we had Team 2 advance. Obviously, Hydra went in, and I lost track of the brawl in the center, but we had some light on light action happening in the middle. Meanwhile, Team 2 moved up the low ground here on Epsilon on what we call level 1 there. Team 1, though, however, took the high ground here coming up, and Elwood set up right here while Death of Gods pushed into the brawl, and then Archon, I think, was over here. The ultimate problem with this is that Death overextended, allowing Team 2 to envelop him and get into his back. I thought initially they had really good positions, and I was confident that they were going to be able to pull it out with Death and Archon putting down some pretty impressive fire on the line from Team 2. Unfortunately, as I said, Death overcommitted. They were able to get into his back, burn him down, and then it was just a matter of getting in and cleaning the other Team X, giving Team 2 the win in Game 1. Now they flip sides for the second drop, and in the second drop, we saw Team 2 move forward to this rock like we talked about in the beginning of the games. They kind of clustered there for a second. Meanwhile, Team 1 did something very similar, moved up behind the Delta 5 rock, kind of clustered. Now, at this point, we still had some light-on-light action happening here in the center, and I believe what happened was the lights saw that both teams were stagnating, and Team 1 responded to that by moving in onto Team 2. This is the point where I think Team 1 made their critical mistake. Zero peeled off to the left, and then the other two guys peeled off to the right. Team 2 responded to that by enveloping Zero, putting all their fire on him, getting him down to it was 40-something% before he sort of panic jumped and moved into the Charlie 4 ravine. Now, what this did is this caused Team 2 to move in pursuit of him, and when Team 2 moved in pursuit of him, that opened their backs up for the guys that had come around the rocks, and they were able to shoot them out. Ultimately, I believe that had Team 2 been able to kill Zero in the first few seconds of the engagement, they would have been able to secure that win quite readily. Zero, to his credit, able to twist through that, panic jump, get out of the fight, and then Team 2, pursued them. So both teams, I think, made some pretty good response to stimuli. However, they overreacted in both cases, and that's what gave the other team the opportunity. So, Team 1 overcommitting and splitting, and Team 2 overcommitting on the chase and opening their backs up. And it just unfolded with Team 1 taking the win there. So it was really fun to watch. I love a good brawl fight, and I'm ready to get into the next round.
All right, so we got Team 2 in lobby. We're just going to give them a moment to decide where they want to be deployed. And once they give us the green light, we'll launch.
Well, you shouldn't be hearing any TS notifications. I have all TS notifications turned off. So as I drag users around or move people around, oh, I do the hey, wake up, the pokes that I get. I think you do hear those. All right. So it looks like Team 1 and Team 2 are both ready. We are Crash and Burn Mech Warriors.
All right, let's go. I got to refill. Shit, I'm almost out of this bottle. You know, if I keep drinking, someone's going to make like a stupid little video clip out of what a drunk Batman looks like or sounds like or some shit like that.
Yeah, my wife just took the opportunity to walk in the kitchen and tell me how much of a nerd I sound like. So
they'll probably dub over me and do that, you know, really gruff Christian Bale Batman voice saying, you know, all kinds of wild stuff. I'm not quite drunk enough to demonstrate, so sorry, you guys. You're going to have to use your imagination.
All right,
so Team 1, Shadow Ram, Hunchback 2C Alpha. That's the energy variant. Bellicose Drake, Marauder 2C Charlie, North Paw, Arctic Cheetah Prime. Ford Prefect is in a Summoner.
That's the loyalty summoner, so that's the nipple PPC. So they went poke deck.
All right, Team 2, Just Call Me Ash, Arctic Cheetah Charlie, Taxman in a Timber Alpha. Emeraldi's in a Gargoyle Prime, and Didachi in a Hunchback 2C Alpha also.
So we might have a mixed deck for Team 2 and a poke deck for Team 1.
So we got Large Pulse and ER Meads on Didachi. Emeraldi's is Small Pulse in the Gargoyle. Ash is Small Pulse in the Cheetah. North Paw is also Small Pulse in this Cheetah. Shadow Ram PPCs. Bellicose Ultra AC-10 Large Pulse on the Marauder 2C.
We got exchange of fire between Radar Tower and the Delta 5 Rock. They're setting up for a poke. I'm not really liking Team 1's position. They need to widen it out just a little bit.
Ford's in PPCs in this summoner, in his loyalty summoner, like you said.
And Emeratus and Taxman taking a rather long way around the map. Not quite sure where they're going.
Taxman's got a Brawly Timber. I like it. He's got 4 SRM6 with Artemis, 4 Small Pulse, and he threw a Flamer on it as well.
Yeah, I do like the Brawler. I just don't like the route that they're taking. That's going to take them a long time to get in the fight.
Yeah, but Team 1 seems to be content to just sit back and not push in. So, I mean, they're giving them the time.
Great shot by Ford on Didachi there. Didachi at 82% at this point, taking a pretty solid hit.
Yeah, now Ash is peeking around here looking to get shots on North Paw, I think. Interestingly, so North Paw's got the 6 Small Pulse on his mech, and Ash is only running 5 on his. That's a great artillery strike.
69%. Wow, that's a 13% hit on Didachi.
Well, you know, the thing with those darn artillery strikes is they have a tendency to hit your back armor. So, I mean, if he cuts his back armor down to just a couple points, they may have already done some kind of critical damage on him. I'm going to see if I can get in his cockpit and see what damage they did.
You know, Bellicose, Shadow, and Ford are in a pretty good pokey position, but I think they have no idea that these mechs move behind him. Shadow might be able to see him from his position, but I'm not sure of that.
All right, so Didachi's at 69% because he lost an arm, and all 3 of his rear torso components are open right now.
So they're shooting to secure the time advantage here on Team 1. Get it 1 minute to 1 minute. But here comes the Brawl mechs moving in behind. I still don't think Team 1 knows that they're there. Shadow sees him.
They see him.
He's starting to backpedal. Now at this point, Didachi and Ash have got to move to get in the fight. We have a 3-on-2 situation. Let's see Emeratus get in the Emeratus' cockpit.
Are you getting in it, or are you asking me to?
I'm in it, yep.
Yeah, the problem is he's not jump equipped, and his weapons are hung pretty low on his mech, so he's not in a good spot right now.
He is CT crit as well, and he is paying for it for sure. Bravo's also CT crit, though. That Scorch is just about to go down. Or the Marauder 2C, sorry.
I really think Team 2 should turn around and kill Shadow Ram. That's my opinion. But I mean, Bellicose is so close
bringing
to
down. North Paw taking down Ash.
This is Team 1's game to win right now. If I were Bellicose, I'd go ahead and stay in cover. I'd let my two
2-on-1
teammates...
against Northpaw.
Yeah, the Shadow Ram and Ford need to just gangbang Taxman right now, and Bellicose just needs to save his mech.
Tax is doing a great job, though, in a 3-on-1 situation.
He is, but he's backpedaling, and he's in a brawly mech. That's not helping him. So there they go.
Shadow
They got
pulling him down, yep. And now we go back to the fight over here.
Yep, so we've got Northpaw dropped by Daidachi.
So
Daidachi's out at 50%, though, so I mean, he's really hurt.
Yeah, Dai all alone, 3-on-1 situation, and let's go in his cockpit. He is pilot 2.
Now, Bellicose is really soft. He might be able to get Bellicose if he can find him. But it looks like Bellicose is going to hang back and let his two buddies do the fighting at the moment, which I don't blame him for.
Acquired.
Ford didn't know where he was.
Dai in the low ground there, not the optimal position. They're moving in position around him while he's trying to jump up.
They're going to surround him, yeah.
And Shadow goes down, or Shadow brings down Daidachi. Good game there.
So game 1 goes to Team 1.
Happy to hear of your success and achievements on the surface.
You know, I think part of that problem was the Gargoyle and Timberwolf not getting out. They tried to stay tucked close to that rock, only allowing one of them at a time to shoot at that Marauder, and that ultimately allowed the Marauder to tank back and peel them apart, separate them, and then the Gargoyle went down. Then of course the Timberwolf went down next. Pretty good response to the stimuli there. Taxman 511 damage and
I'm not a fan of the Gargoyle.
I'm a huge fan of the Gargoyle with those low-slung weapons. I think the problem there was they should have widened out to the right just a little bit so they could both put their guns on the Marauder at the same time. That Marauder was...
Or the Gargoyle should have taken the ramp and gotten up on the same level as those other mechs, and then he'd have been able to bring all his weapons to bear.
Absolutely. In either case, the two of them shooting the same mechs at the same time, that was the problem on that push. They separated themselves and allowed the Pokey team to kite them back, form a concave, and split their forces. So... good game there by both teams. Team other game guys pulled that out over Team Douche Canoe. It's 1-0 at this point. All right, so both teams are getting set in their lances at this point. They're going to get Ash back in here, and we'll get this going. While that's happening, let's just pull this back for just a second. I just want to talk about what happened over here at Epsilon. So when we had Team 1 take a very, or Team 2, excuse me, took a very circuitous route around the map, all the way around here, right? But the mistake ended up being here, where we had the Timberwolf on this level, and then Emiratus moving around this corner here, while you had 3 Team 1 mechs in these positions here. So really what ended up happening is you had the Team 2 mechs in a single file line, not able to shoot the same target, and they were able to peel out that Gargoyle and just wipe his ass.
Yeah, well, see, he got stuck on the rocks right there where I just put that dot. And so he got his legs fouled up in that. His weapons being slung low meant he was basically shooting into the wall in front of him as opposed to shooting into the mech. And by the time he was able to backpedal and get his weapons to bear, he was cored out CT, and it was just a matter of time.
Right. Yeah, good game there, but let's get into this next one and finish this up round 2 here. Let's see what we got. They're changing mechs here. So for those of you just joining, this is the 54th Mechanized Regiment 4v4 tournament. It is our 4th tournament since we formed the unit. We tend to give prizes away internally. We pay for them and sponsor them ourselves. Kind of build up the unit, give some mechs to folks, as well as a good opportunity for us to get the competitive play and have some camaraderie and challenge each other. Tonight we are doing 3 rounds in a Swiss format. Each round has a different tonnage limit, and each team must bring 1 light, 1 medium, 1 heavy, and assault across the rounds. At the end of the 3 rounds, the team with the best record goes on to win first place. If there is a tie, which I don't believe there will be, but if there is a tie, we will have a sudden death single drop with a random map and random tonnage as set by Batman and I, and we will see how that unfolds. Right now, as we've gone through the first 2 rounds, we are... Let me bring this up. we have Death Helpers having secured a win, Douche Canoe securing a win, Other Game Guys securing a win, Team Ruck securing a win, and Plague Bearer securing a win. So the win here between Douche Canoe and Other Game Guys will set who is currently in our first place position. Right now, Other Game Guys are up 1 drop over Douche Canoe, and we will see how this next game goes. All right, Batman. We're still waiting on some pilots. Did not have mech kitted random change of plan. Aussie style. Wingy bra. I believe Wingy bra is Southern Continent for we're making it up as we go.
Sounds right.
Yeah. The spelling.
So in the chat on the Twitch feed, Pink Panther made. I'm assuming it's a joke, but then he directed it at me, and I'm drinking too much. I don't get it, bro. I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say there so that I can respond and say something clever, and I just don't have it. I'm sorry. Oh God, I love that movie, but I don't remember the reference. Now I got to go back and watch it.
All right, looks like Die and Tax are ready to go, so let's get them back in the lobby and let's get this going here.
Emeraldies can't invite them? What?
Make sure he might be in. Emeraldies not here. It's Die and Tax. Oh, he could invite them, but you know.
But you know they're winging it Aussie style.
Yeah, wingy bra.
All right, so it looks like Team 1 is ready.
You know, while we're in this pause, I want to go to thank all of our sponsors tonight. Dadachi, Ford Prefect, The Raging Wampa, Just Call Me Ash, Bellicose Drake, Archon N, and Zero Mind. You know, all of them have given some donations into the prize pool, and you know, pretty excited to finish this up and hand those out. It's like being Santa Claus for Christmas. I'm neither fat nor can grow a full beard, so I never get to be Santa Claus. I guess I can't say that I'm not fat. I'm rotund, but I'm not fat. And so this is a great opportunity for me to give prizes away. We are ready, both teams, and we are Crash and Burn Mech Warriors.
Let's go. I love when we do these in-house tournaments. They're always so much fun, and you know, we give away free stuff to each other. It's just, you know, good camaraderie all around, and encouraging folks to be involved in what we're doing. Like, hey, you know, we got this comp team thing going on if you want to do that. If not, let's just wreck each other's faces and have fun with that too. So, God, I really love being in this unit.
You know, the other benefit, if there's any other teams watching this, doing this type of stuff, it's good exposure to the competitive scene. It's a good exposure to shoutcasting, you know, getting in with Twitch. So if there are any other teams watching this that don't do this type of stuff, I highly encourage you to set this type of stuff up for inside your unit. It really does. It does help. It's fun.
Yeah, we got such great camaraderie. I really like it. Okay, looking at the change here. So Team 1 now. Daidachi's in the Cheetah instead of a Hunchback. Emeraldi's in a Gargoyle. Taxman in a Timber, and Ash in the Hunchback 2C. So it looks like they've got a drop deck pretty similar to what the other team ran last time, but they've mixed their pilots around a bit.
Yeah, and Team 2 is bringing the same deck. They're bringing the Poke deck. We've got a Summoner, Hunchback 2CA, Marauder 2C, and the Cheetah. So same deck. They're sitting up on that rock, the Charlie 5 rock. But there are some movement to the Delta 5 rock here from Team 2. Looks like they're going to advance their line across the entire eastern edge of the map here. Team 1, not quite sure what route they're taking.
Looks like they're going up that middle valley there, but Team 2 is well positioned to punish them for doing so. Okay, see now they're split. They've got 2 mechs going around the outside. I don't like that move.
You know, I do like where Team 1's going. It's similar to what they did last time with M and Tax. Where they're going, they have pretty good cover. However, the moment they round this dark rock right here, fire's inbound. Yep. M take down to 9% already, trying to twist through it, but the 3 of them are just lined up, eating him alive, and the other mechs in the field just not putting down enough fire to cover him.
Yeah,
Marauder 64%. He's gonna be dead before he gets in the fight.
He's twisting, but there's not going to be much of him left by the time he gets there.
And
Yep, he's
Emeritus
done.
goes down. Taxman at 88%, Ash at 100%, getting in to try to loosen things up, but they are mech down at this point. It's going to be hard to come back from that. Moving around the rock face, we've got a split here. Ford on his own, linking back up. We're doing a ring around the rosy. Meanwhile, we've got a cheetah fight, cheetah violence down here in the ravine.
Yeah, they're fairly evenly split, but North
takes down
Dash,
there. And Ford takes down Taxman. We've got Ash alone here in his hunchback. Looks like he might be able to take down Bellicose before he goes, but
that's all he's gonna get. I think
Bellicose is down. Shadow and Ford moving in to finish him up. Maybe he'll get Ford too. Ford shutting down, and Ford finishing off Ash. And that gives it to Team Other Game Guys over Team Douche Canoe, 2-0. And Bellicose 388 damage, Ash 361, Emeritus, like we said, only 45 damage before he's gonna be getting the fight. That approach, once you get past that dark rock there on that southern edge of the map, you're open to anyone on the Delta 5 rock. It's just not a good way to go. The best way to actually approach that position, in my opinion, is you stay up on level 3, and you actually you go in and out of the rocks. You've got 2 rather large rock formations that you can twist in and out of that will break up shots coming from Delta 5. And if they're on the left or right side of that Delta 5 rock, you can actually have complete defilade on the way across.
I really think on this map, on this game mode, Team 2 has the advantageous position. And, when Team Douche Canoe, when they went that long way around that first game, they basically abandoned that position and gave it to the other team.
All right, so we are moving into round 3. Round 3, 265 tons on Caustic Valley.
All right, so I've got the map set. I'm refreshing the... All right, so you've already got the matches set too.
Yep, I got the matches set. So the first match, Death Helpers versus Plague Bearers. Second match, Honk Blarg versus Douche Canoe. Third match, Other Game Guys versus Team Rux. Right now, first place is being held by Other Game Guys, having a... why did that not refresh? 1 second. Having a 2-0 over Team Rux, who are 1-1. So I think the first game we're going to actually stream, we'll do Death Helpers versus Plague Bearers, and then we'll do Other Game Guys versus Team Rux to give Other Game Guys a chance to rest. So let's do Death Helpers and Plague Bearers real quick and get that out of the way, and then we'll move into the match for what will ultimately probably be first place.
So are we gonna have drop 8 be done offline, because that'll be 2 in a row for Team Honk Blarg off channel?
Yeah, let's see how it goes. We're a little bit under time now. It's only 10 o'clock. We dedicated an hour per round. We finished up round 1 and 2 in about an hour and 55 minutes. So let's see how it goes. Let's get Death Helpers and Plague Bearers going right now, and let's go from there.
Okay.
Break. Break. All right, Death and Uber, we need a coin toss from you guys. Death, you get to call it in the air, heads or tails, sir.
Tails.
And Batman dropped his coin.
I dropped the coin. It's on the floor. I haven't touched it. It is tails.
It is tails. All right. So
let's see. Team 2.
All right.
Drunk coin toss for the win.
All right, teams 2 will be Death Helpers. Uber, is your team ready to go?
Yeah, ready to rock and roll. Send me an invite.
All right, we'll do. Let's get Uber in the lobby, Batman, and then we will invite Death. Good luck, guys. Crash and burn, Mech Warriors.
Oh, it would.
1 second. Let me pull you back down, brother. All right. All right, so this is round 3. Round 3 is on Caustic Valley at 265 tons. We've got Plague Bearers Team 1 versus Death Helpers Team 2. Both teams are sitting in the middle of the pack. We've got currently Death Helpers at 4th place with a 1-1. Plague Bearers tied also with a 1-1 record so far. So this should determine who's in. I think this will be the 3rd, 4th place fight. And then we've got, after this, we'll go into our first and second game fight, which will be Other Game Guys versus Team Rux. So Moving right along, let's get these guys in lobby and let's get this done.
We got a green board.
All right. Shoutcast in game. And we are Crash and Burn Mech Warriors. Batman, I am raising my glass and cheers to you, brother. I know you just took a drink. Sorry. All right.
I just realized I responded to you without pressing my push to talk button.
But
so
I read
that was
your
muted.
lips. I read your lips. I read your lips.
You got a cheers, brother, out of me.
Break.
Yep.
We have a roster change because of situations, and Emelbeck's going to be joining our team.
Instead of
All right, brother.
Yep, when Horde's dropping.
When Third's out, it's going to be
No worries. Yep.
Elite.
You're good.
And Yoko's out, so Emelbeck and Fat Guy.
All right.
Fleet command coming in. Capture the target area and engage any hostiles.
All right, so Team 1, we've got Timber Ghost in a Timber Wolf, Ubersuck in a Generoxide, Quinn Allard in a Kodiak 3. I'll check that loadout shortly. Danbu in a Hunchback 2C. Team 2, Arjorn in the Shadowcat 2D2. I think that's the Brawler, Shadowhawk. And I believe that is the Brawler. Elwood also in a Kodiak 3. Archon Ent in the Orion 2C Alpha. And Death of Gods in an Oxide. All right, Timber's running Large Pulse and ER Medium in his Timberwolf.
Looks like Team 2 is primarily Brawl. They've got some poke, but they're primarily built for Brawl.
Yeah, Oxide's, of course, an SRM boat.
Both
Quinn's
teams bring
running
an Oxide, which is
4
interesting.
LB10s. Yeah.
Both teams set up on the mirror around Theta. Let's see how this goes. But we will probably see a Brawl in Theta at this point.
All right, Arjorn, yeah, he's got the SRM4 AC-10 Shadowhawk. Elwood running Ultra 5s, Ultra 10s, and the Flamers like he did in the 1v1 tournament, if you recall.
I do, and we get some rotation. We've got a west side rotation from Team 1. Team 1 trying to get on the left flank here of Team 2, right flank for Team 2, excuse me. Death of Gods on point
Archon's
there.
running LB20, 4 SRM6, and 2 small pulse.
They must sense it because Arjorn's moved to take the position on point there. Death getting his anchor point, slack point, if you will. Elwood and Archon not in the best position, in my opinion, to really put down fire if they come around that corner.
No, but they could counter push, so, you know, Arjorn might take a little bit of damage initially.
And here we go, guys. First blood goes to Team 2. Arborsuck down to 93%.
Yeah, he's going to break and run, and Death of God's going to shoot him in the back.
Timber Ghost down to 92%. Elwood at 93%, 92%. Elwood and Archon need to start moving to the right now to get in position. Death and Arjorn moving in really
Team
close.
Team 1 is split.
Team 1 is split. Team 2 needs to capitalize and start rolling the right side. Team 1 coming in the left there for Arjorn and Death, putting down some good fire. Ubersuck is caught out alone. He's got him squirreling on him. The rest
Quinn's
of his team
got
needs to put in
backs.
now.
Quinn's got backs if he shoots him. Arjorn's down to 72%.
Arjorn pulling out of the fight. Good armor sharing there.
Oh, Ubersuck is legged. They're about to lose their light.
Timber not putting down fire during all this time. Elwood at 86%, Death at 81%. Arjorn taking down
Ubersuck
Uber.
is dead.
And Team 1 kind of getting stagnant there, that he really need to get in the fight and push on him. Team 2 also doing some right rotation, but not moving as much as I'd like to see push straight in. Danbu's going to get in behind Archon here. An Odi-chan versus Hunchback fight.
So Death of Gods is flanking. He's looking for... There he goes.
Danbu goes down to Archon. Elwood at 53%, Kodiak. Quinn at 48%. They're going to bring down Quinn here in just a second. Archon.
That already just crippled him, and he's dead.
Oni-chan versus Kodiak. Oni-chan wins the day. Timber bringing down Elwood, securing a kill against the Kodiak.
And there he goes.
And there he goes. Death of Gods finishing off Timber. So
drop 1 to Death of Gods and his little helpers.
Death and his little helpers taking game 1. Let's see how game 2 goes. I think those damage numbers aren't as off balance as you may think. Yeah, both teams doing, a little bit of low damage by the Hunchback on Team 2, but there's not, the damage spread isn't that significant in my opinion. It's a lot closer than you might have thought it by watching the fight.
Yeah, I mean, they did. They got some damage in. It's just, they went down. they went down one mech almost immediately. That might be an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. I mean, he got legged and then he was just dead. And so they were fighting an uphill battle, and the other team just kept piling it on.
Yeah, this is the second game where we've been watching the Plague Bearers, where they've sent in a good distraction and have not capitalized on it. We definitely want to make sure we talk to these guys about that. Uber, it was Uber in this game. I can't recall who it was in the game on Frozen City, but when that light gets in and they're scrolling and they're turning, that is your time to move. And
Uber's been their light pilot both matches.
And what we saw was the other three pilots just not capitalizing. Had they pushed forward, they could have isolated out that Oni-chan. They could have isolated out the Kodiak. But they kind of stood stationary, and got to work on that. Team two to their critique, if you will, where Elwood and Archon were set up on that right side. I really would have liked them to be a little bit further out. You're not on the high ground, but they got better angles when they come around that hill there and put down fire. All right, let's swap these sides and let's get into game 2 of this drop. I do like me some Oni-chan, though. The Orion 2C. That's a mech that we take in Season 7 and 8 of MRBC. It was in just about every deck we had that had an assault. And we are ready. Both teams. We are crash and burn mech warriors.
Here we go. Yeah, the Orion 2C is the mech I lost to in the 1v1 for Star League last night. It's a solid mech. It's got good structure quirks, and it can dish out a ton of damage.
Do you know what happened in another Star League match that was happening last night in the 1v1?
I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
Both pilots suicided. So the strategy that I wanted to employ on week 1 to get that advantage, both teams tried to take it last night.
So who died first?
I was just reading the forum post about it. I'm not quite sure how they ruled it.
All right, so looks like the same drop deck from Team Death and Helpers.
Looks like the same drop deck for Team 2
on both
as well.
sides, it looks like. Yeah.
Yep. So Death and Helpers moving straight towards Theta. Team 2, Plague Bearers also moving straight towards Theta.
And Team 2 got a small lead on the timer.
You know what I got to say here is style points got to go to Team 1. You look at Team 1 here, rocking the red and yellow, right? The red, black, and yellow of the 54th. Except Archon. Shame on you, Archon. What is that? What is that nonsense you're wearing? Team 2 is kind of all over the place with their colors.
Well, and Team 2, they're new to the unit, so let's cut them some slack on that. They'll get the unit colors when they're ready.
Style points, man. Style points. All right.
Besides, who is it? Is it Zero Mind that never wears the unit colors anyway, or am I thinking of somebody else?
Hey, Zero wears colors in comp play, but he's not as bad as Ardwolf. So we've got some right rotation here by Team 2. Team 2 is moving around the bowl of Theta. Team 1 getting a little bit stationary where they're at. Not really liking how clustered up they are.
I really think Uber needs to just slow his roll here and wait for the rest of his team to push in.
We've got a one-on-one gender situation here. I think Death got him on seismics. They maybe know where each other are at.
Yeah, but I don't like this move because here's what's going to happen.
It's a 4-on-1 situation,
and the rest of the team is going to pile up on him and kill him. What I would have preferred to see is for the rest of Team 2 to push that line, and then for Ubersuck to come in and hit backs. That would have been, I believe.
Well, here comes the rest of his team. They're getting in the fight. They have a 3-on-1 situation against that Shadowhawk. 87%.
It's a 2-on-1 because
now they're shifting. Now we've got a 4-on-3. Here comes Uber getting in the backfield now. Let's see if he can take out Archon and that Oni-chan. That's the threat there. We've got a 3-on-2 up north and then a 2-on-1 down south.
Yeah, Timber's out of position. He's giving up back shots now. I don't like this.
The numbers are pretty even, though. Archon's pretty hurt, but yep, Archon going down.
Dambu gets Archon, so they did get rid of the Orion 2C. Timber is probably going to be the next to go.
Elwood, I think, is going to be the next to go. They are focusing on Elwood pretty good in that Kodiak. 65%. Uber's getting at his back. Stay behind him, Uber. Don't twist around him. Good stuff.
Dambo overheated. Oh,
Quinn
they got
taking
him
down Elwood. It's a 4-on-2
Nice.
situation. Timber 1-on-1 over here against Death of Gods, doing a great job staying alive on his feet. Arjan 3-on-1 situation. Timber going down, one volley from the rear.
And there goes
Arjan going down. Now we've got a 3-on-1 situation against Death of Gods and his Oxide. Let's see how he's able to hold up.
He won our 1v1, but he was piloting a Direwolf at the time.
He might be able to take down Dambu, but I don't know if he's going to be able to take on a Kodiak.
I don't think he can get all three. And they got him.
They got him. Good job, Plague Bears, coming back. A little bit of a delayed response to the distraction from the light, but they did come in and capitalize. They made it work. Team 1 made a mistake there, overcommitted the Onichan, did not hold their line, and allowed Team 2 to take advantage of them when they split their forces. Good job,
so for
Plague Bears.
only the second time tonight, we will have a game 3.
Very exciting stuff here. Great damage by Quinn. Good damage across the board for Team 2. Good damage split, but Team 1 really just made it work that game.
They sure did.
Now, I want to go into map strat and talk about that one just for a second while you get these lobbies set here.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so let me get the map set correctly. My apologies, guys. Caustic domination. All right, so what we had here is you had Team 2 come in over here into Delta 4. We had Ubersuck set up over here in Echo 5. Team 1 kind of knuckled down here in Echo 4. They were just kind of stationary, kind of stagnant. At first, Uber pushed in, got a lot of attention from them, and Team 2 kind of slowly made their way and meandered into the fight. At this point, this is when Team 1 made their mistake. The Onichan came out around the rock this side and isolated himself, while the rest of the team kind of meandered down in here. This allowed Ubersuck in the Jenner to get in behind that Onichan while the rest of his team came in, allowing them to ice him out. At that point, it was just a matter of Team 2 rolling through and cleaning them up one by one. I think Team 1 did a decent job of putting down fire once they had made the mistake, but that mistake really cost them the game.
Yeah. And, I got to give props to Team 2. I would have executed it the opposite way from the way they had done it. But, they got the results, so I'm eating crow right now.
All right, let's get back in game and get into this final drop here. We're one win to one win, game 3 of this round.
Here we go.
We are Crash and Burn Mech Warriors. So the guys are giving me grief in chat, and let's just get it in the record. We were doing Star League, our first week of Star League against 228. It was the final drop of the night, and my dumbass clicked the quick launch button, group ready button, the big shiny green button on the screen, instead of accepting the invite, because my eye was drawn to the big green button instead of the tiny little yellow text up to the right. And we had to go in, and it happened to be SJR on the other side of the team in the quick play match. And so we all suicided our mechs, overheated, and lost the game. And I feel very sorry for all of the guys who were in the quick play group with us. But thanks to SJR for moving in fast and finishing it up.
Yeah, I got to tell you, that hurt my stats in my Kodiak, having to give up that game with no kills and no damage.
My tier 1 bar moved just a little bit down. I've not seen it move down since I maxed it out, and that game hurt bad.
All right, it looks like both teams have brought the same drop deck again, so good. We should see more brawls.
Yeah, I am hoping that the Team 2, though, Team 1 on this side, the Plague Bearers, they stick to that plan. Send an Ubersuck, get a distraction, but make sure that they're timing that a little bit better. And Team 2, they really have got to make sure that they're not falling for it, and they're setting their line, and they're focusing fire. So both teams setting up mirror positions again. We've got on the near the Delta 5 Echo 5 side for Team 2. Team 1, their mirror on the opposite side of the map. Ubersuck moving around to the eastern edge of the map, trying to get some
Death's
eyes
got
on
him on
Death.
seismic, though. You can see how he's turning towards him.
First blood goes to Team 2. Ubersuck, 98%.
Oh, Death, you let him. You missed him twice now.
3 times with a miss.
We're gonna have to send Death back
four times with a
marksmanship
miss.
training.
Ubersuck is doing a good job. Gets a hit there. His team, though, again, really slow to respond and move in while he's getting that distraction.
Yeah, they weren't well positioned that time, and he lost 20% of his mech in exchange for almost nothing.
7% against Death. So now they start rotating to the left here as a group. Uber a little bit overextended. We got a clusterfuck. I don't like the position of either team now. They're just entirely too close to each other. Widen those lines. Make sure that everybody's got complementary firing angles. Quinn trying to go around the right side here, the high ground.
Oh, Uber kited Death out. Death's well,
so we
he's
got
behind
Death.
a rock, though.
We got Death on Timber. We've got Uber, Jenner, and Kodiak 3 versus Onichan. Archon taking
Uber's
down Uber. So we are devolving into a chaotic brawl here. It looks like we've got a 3-on-2 and a 1-on-1. Quinn and Death versus each other, and Timber and Danbu versus Arjan, Elwood, and Archon.
So Danbu and Timber are doing a good job of rotating out, but they just, they're outgunned right now, and even though they're rotating, they're paying for it.
And Timber's going to get iced out by these 3 mechs here. 3-on-1 situation for Timber. That's really hard to come back from.
Death is keeping Quinn completely out of the fight.
Quinn rotating Death, putting that fire into him, but it's just now here come the other 3.
Yeah.
And this is going to be it for the Plague. Quinn getting the
Quinn
kill. Let's see if he can get one more. Arjan's pretty hurt, pretty bad. He can get one more
like
kill.
He's shut down too.
And that's it.
Elwood saves him.
So Death and his little helpers bring it home 2-1 against Plague Bearers. I really liked that second drop that they played here tonight. I think that was probably the most exciting game I've seen. But this one here, just a couple of mistakes that you could not recover from. So Arjan, 418 damage. Quinn Allard, 342 damage. Good damage spread for Team 1. Team 2, not a bad damage spread. I mean, that's everyone's putting out fire.
Yep. That was the second drop of the round, right?
No, that was the third. It was 1-1. That's it.
No. The second drop of the second match of the round. Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
So we still have another.
Still have another. Yep. Now we're gonna do other game guys versus Team Ruckus. So Death Helpers got 2, Plague Bearers got 1, and Death Helpers took it. So let's get these guys into the lobby. Will you mind pulling them up and doing the coin toss? I've got to take a piss.
All right, so I got to get Ford and Zero or Ford and Scotch?
Ford and somebody from that team. I think Scotch is probably fine.
Hello.
Hello. Hold on, let me get the opposition up here.
Hi, opposition.
Hey, fellas.
Hi.
Hey, we're going to go ahead and get the coin toss done. Switch is taking a bio, so it's just me this time. Oh, wait, you know what? It's his damn stream, so I'm not going to do it by myself because no one can hear us right now.
Right. Hey,
oh, wait.
Ford,
yeah, they
I
can.
miss you.
He's in chat.
I miss you too, Scotchy.
It's been so great having you here. I can't wait to shoot you with my guns and for you to shoot me with your guns.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. So excited.
Me too.
I hope you lose, though. I'm just saying, I hope you lose.
Well, I have the same sentiment, so it's just, just you
Okay.
instead of me.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
All right, I just realized, even though he's away from the damn computer, he left his TeamSpeak up, which means that they can hear what the hell we're saying. So
Yay!
We'll go ahead and do a coin toss after all. So let's see. Ford, you are first in alphabetical order. If you would please call the toss.
Tails.
I dropped the damn coin. I'm going to do it one more time. I will hold your call of tails.
I get to pick.
It is tails.
Of course it fucking is.
We'll take Team 1.
course you fucking will.
All right, so we'll get Ford's team in first. They'll ready up, and then I'll invite Scotch's team, and we'll get this underway.
Totes my goats. We'll drink to that.
Yeah, good games.
All right, good
so
luck,
far
you
today.
guys.
See you, man.
All right, so who is team one?
Ford won the toss and elected team one, I believe. Yes, that's right. And I dropped the damn coin again because, yeah, drinking and stuff. All right, so it's Ford, Bellicose, and who else?
It is Bellicose, Drake, Ford, Prefect, Northpaw, and Shadowram. On other game guys. Team Ruckus, I'll drink to that, is Zero Mind, Scotch Tape, Hydrocol, and Dom the Destroyer. Well, they get in lobby. Just a couple of points of note here. So the other game guys, they were on the 54th. All right, so Zero's taking a piss. The other game guys, they were the 54th Hunters in the World Championship, and the Team Rux were on 54th Wolfpack with the exception of Zero Mind. The Hunters did beat the Wolfpack in the World Championships in that game.
They did, but I would like to point out I wasn't available to play that weekend, so yeah.
Fair point. For those just joining us, we've seen a spike in viewership. This is the 54th Mechanized Regiment 4v4 tournament. We are in round 3 of our Swiss format. We are playing right now the two teams competing for first place. The winner of the tournament will be receiving a standard mech pack of Pilot's Choice. And then we have various raffles for all the other teams participating tonight. This round specifically is 265 tons on Caustic Valley Domination Game Mode. Each team must bring a light, medium, heavy, and assault. We do these things about once a month in the unit. About once a month for the last few months, but before that, it's been a while. We do enjoy them, and I encourage you to come and check it out if you feel so inclined. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it. It's a little different than quick play and faction play, and it's not quite as serious as some of the competitive stuff that exists out there. MRVC run 100 Dire Star League, and it's fun to hear the guys cut up and just have a good time. So we're waiting for Zero Mind to take a piss. He's a young guy, so it takes him a while. Hopefully we'll get this going here. Just a moment.
Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up.
I am streaming, so whatever you say will be captured on...
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
Switch, is there any way we can go second? I really have to go to the store real quick, which will take 5 minutes, and get my girlfriend some medicine.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we will. What we'll do is we'll stream the other game then. Let me kick out and get the other game streamed. We'll stream Honkblard versus Douche Canoe, and then we'll get you guys on the next pass. So
thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
No worries. We'll let these guys know. Thanks.
Thank you, bud.
All right.
Hey guys. Hey guys. So Zero's got to run to an emergency real quick, and he'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and stream your game, and then we'll roll to their game.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hey guys, break. Hey, Zero's got
shit.
to take care of an emergency real quick. He's gonna be gone 5 or 10 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and stream you guys versus Douche Canoe, and then we'll get into the final game.
Yep. Just give us a minute to form up, and we'll be ready.
All right, I'm gonna pull you up for the coin toss. All right, so Batman, we had a bit of an emergency. Zero Mind's got to go away for about 5 or 10 minutes, so we're gonna stream Douche Canoe versus Honkblard.
Yeah, someone pointed out in chat that we had actually accidentally skipped them, even though we said we were going to cast them. So let's fix that.
No worries. So here we go. Di, go ahead and call the coin toss.
Let me get the damn coin
I
ready.
call Edge because it don't matter.
It is heads.
So team 1 or team 2?
What team does Billy want? Because I have mine on this side.
Don't do that. I was going to defer to you anyways.
Fine, I'll take team 2.
Done. All right. Thank you guys. We'll pull you back down. We'll get this going. Hey, or Batman, can you let the other guys know, Ford and them know what's happening?
Yeah, I'll let them know. All right, so die pick drop 2. So who am I inviting to drop one? Team 1?
Elite.
Yeah, I'm really struggling, man. It's been a while since I had this much to drink.
No worries, man. Yeah, it's gonna be Elite. They're already in. So go ahead and invite Die now once they're ready. All right, so Team 1 is making ready. We'll get Team 2 in here. Team 2 is Team Douche Canoe. Team 1 is Team Harnkblog. They are playing for middle of the pack, it looks like. Douche Canoe sitting in second place. Let me refresh, actually. Douche Canoe currently sitting in third place, and Harnkblog currently sitting in last place with an O2 record, and Douche Canoe with a 1-1 record. So should be interesting to see how this game unfolds. Douche Canoe Honkbarg had to make a couple of roster changes due to some emergencies. Fat Guy subbed in for Yoko, and Werewolf X has subbed in for Winthord. So we'll get Team 2 in here, Douche Canoe, and we'll make this happen.
All right, so they're at tonnage. We just need their last pilot to ready up.
They're
MCS8.
They're ready up,
that?
so let's go ahead and invite Team 2 in here. Let's get this going. Yep.
What is that unit tag? Do you know?
No idea. MC Escher, maybe? Get it? MC Escher? No?
Dude, I've drunk too much. I'm really slow and I'm not picking up what you're putting down. Plus my kids are talking to me and yeah, I'm done.
No worries, man. We'll finish this up real soon then. All right.
No, I'm having a good time. Don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying myself. I'm not fully coherent at the moment.
Looking forward to calling this with you then. All right, so we've got Team 1 is 10 tons under, actually. They need to add 5 more tons, and they've lost a pilot. We are a pilot down. Elite must be getting another mech ready to go. Team 2 is opting to go 5 tons down.
I just re-invited Elite just to make it easy for him.
So we've got Team 1 almost ready to go, waiting for Elite to get back in. Team 2 spreading across 3 lances. Team 2 opting to go 5 tons under. Team 1 not quite sure what they're doing there. We're 10 tons under, so Elite's obviously meching up at this point. This is the second drop of round 3. After this, we'll go into the final drop of round 3, which will be for the first place team between the other game guys and Team Rux.
Hey, Team 1's 10 tons under. The requirement is 5, right?
5, yep.
Okay.
I'll let them know. Hey, you guys are 10 tons under. You can only be 5 tons under.
Oh, son of a...
You got to make 5 tons up somewhere. All right.
God damn it.
They are adjusting.
Okay.
So, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm having a good time. All right, looks like Team 1 is ready, and they're at tonnage.
All right, both teams need to get ready. We are crash and burn. Let's get this over with.
Let's do this. I don't know Werewolf. I don't know that he's ever dropped with us before. I'm assuming he's just a friend to some of the guys on the team.
I think he was in previous unit with Elite, but he's on our team speak a lot. So
Okay. Just saying, I'm not familiar with him.
So we are moving into this drop here. 265 tons. Team 1 went at 265. Team 2 went at 260. I'm curious if we're going to see brawlers or pokers here. Hopefully not any lerms this time.
I'm pretty sure they learned their lesson after that first round. Elites in Orion 2C. We've got a Bushwhacker for Werewolf, an Adder for Eagle, and that fat guy in an Atlas. So that sounds pretty brawly to me. Team 2, Daidachi, is also in an Adder. Okay, surprising. And then Orion 2C for Taxman, Kodiak Spirit Bear for Emeraldies, and Hunchback 4SP for Ash. That also sounds like a very brawly deck.
It looks like the Douche Canoe is running brawlers. We've got Taxman with SRMs, LBX20 and Flamers, Daidachi with SRM6s, Emeratus with SRM6s and LBX20, and Just Call Me Ash with Flamers, Medium Blades, and SRM6s. For Team 1, Fat Guy's running AC20 and SRM6s. Elite's running LBX20 SRM6s. Eagle's running Med Pulses and LBXs. And Werewolf is running Med Pulse, LBX10, and SRM6. So we are brawl. And we are engaged.
I like it. All right, Team 2's got an advantage on time.
Team 1's got Ash isolated over here. If they can pick up on that and move on him, they could get up on a mech right now. They did not capitalize on that. So Team 2 is starting to move across the Caldera. I'm pretty sure Ash has spotted them, and they are moving in now. Dai is a little bit spread out from the rest of his team. M and the Spirit Bear and the Timberwolf, or the Oni-chan, linking up with Ash.
So Team 2 is kind of spread all over the place, but it looks like Team 1 is just set to receive a charge right now.
Yeah, but Team 1's really got a concave. The way they're set up, they can't all put their guns on the same target at the same time.
So it looks like what they're going to do is Daidachi's going to wait to push on the backs of Team 1. Ash is engaged. He's down 14% right now, but his team is moving to support him. He circled around pretty well.
Yeah, Fat Guy and Elite are doing a ring around the Rosie, and meanwhile the Spirit Bear and the Oni-chan are moving to the rears. Elite down to 53% very quickly. Werewolf on the left side of the map at 79%. Elite goes down, getting focused on by those three mechs. We've got a 3-on-2 situation here on the right and a 1-on-1 on the left. Dai, realizing that he's not going to win that fight against the Bushwhacker, falls back and gets in the middle. Fat Guy, or Emerald brings up Fat Guy. Werewolf cleans up Daidachi moving into the fight. We've got a 3-on-2 situation here. Eagle at 64, Werewolf at 79. The Spirit Bear is still really fresh. Taxman finishing off Eagle. We've got a 3-on-1 situation at this point.
Yeah, this is going to definitely go in the favor of Team Douche Canoe. I can barely say that name with a straight face, man.
So Douche Canoe brings it home. The tactic that worked for him here is that rock where all those bodies are around. Ash pulled both Elite and Fat Guy around that rock, allowing Emeratus and Taxman to move in behind them while they kited on Ash. Ash moves fast enough as a Hunchback to link back up with him, and they had 3 mechs coming into the backside and burned down Elite before Fat Guy even had a chance to respond.
So Werewolf coming up off the bench for Elite's team, led in damage and scored the only kill. Emeraldies for Team Douche Canoe, almost 700 damage across 4 mechs in that Spirit Bear. I love that mech.
I'll tell you what, Emeratus and that Spirit Bear is a scary thing. That man can make that thing work for him.
I enjoy piloting it as well when I'm sober and not slurring my words.
So we are 1-0 Team Douche Canoe against Team Honk Blarg. Let's get into the second drop here. And while you're moving the teams around, just very quickly, I want to show what happened here. So we had essentially Team 1, moved forward into Echo 5, kind of stagnated in this position. Team 2 sent the majority of their forces around to Delta 4, and Ash came up here to Delta 5. Ash then lured in Team 1 across this ground here and into this rock. While he was doing that, the rest of his team went up and around this direction. So essentially, what ended up happening is you had a 3 mechs on team 1 chasing Ash around this one rock formation here, and so he's rotating around to the right side, and they're following him in. The rest of Ash's team is coming in right here and behind them and smushing their backs, really allowing them to peel those mechs apart and isolate them. Had Team 1 not chased Ash and sort of held their ground right along this line here, that line coming in from Team 2 would have hit that Team 1 line and fallen apart.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what kind of adjustments they'll make in the following round.
All right, so it looks
All
like...
right, so someone's got a bathroom break going on.
All right. As soon as they're ready, we'll drop in here. For those of you just joining, welcome. If you've been here tonight, thanks for sticking around. We are on our second to last match. We'll play this one, and then we've got one more match to go. It will be a best of 3 between Other Game Guys and Team Ruckus. We are good to go.
All right,
for
here
Ash
we go.
and Burn Mech Warriors.
Ash might be drinking more than I am tonight.
Well, I am on my 3rd vodka monster, and I do about 12-second pours with the vodka, so feeling pretty good.
I think I have about, I think I started with about half a bottle of Jameson, and the bottle is currently sitting just below the label. So I've probably drank 2/3 of what was in there when I started.
Oh, so a Tuesday for me. Good job, man. Good for you. Alcoholism is a horrible thing. Kids, don't drink.
All right, so Didachi and company looks like they brought the same drop deck again, and I think there's a change on Elite's team. Eagle wasn't in a Marauder the first drop, was he?
No, it was not. Yep, same drop deck for Team 1, or Didachi team. Eagle's gone to 3 AC5s and medium laser. Werewolf's in the same mech. Med Pulse, LBX, SRM. Elite is in a SRM Force. He's changed mech. He's gone with a Gen GC.
Oh, instead of the Oxide. Got it.
Yep, and Fat Guy... No, Elite was in a bigger mech. He was in a Onichan, I believe.
Okay.
And then Fat Guy is in the 2 LBX-20 medium laser. So it looks like Team 1 has set up around the Delta 5 side, waiting to receive, maybe. I like M and Tax's position. Where they're at, it looks like they're in a column formation, but they can actually shoot mechs coming down from the hill on the left and shoot mechs coming down from the hill on the right. If Elite comes in tight on the hill on the right, though, Tax is going to have a hard time getting both sides of his body to bear. I'd actually like him to be back another 10 or 15 meters.
Yeah, it looks like they figured out where Ash was, and they're now kind of focused on him at the moment. I don't think Fat Guy's salvo was as effective as it could have been.
Ash at 96%, though. 94%. Elite chasing into Ash.
And Team 1 now pushing into Eagle in the center of the caldera.
We're split, though. Team 1's got a 3-on-1 situation. Meanwhile, a Fat Guy is out of the fight right now. Elite's trying to get into Ash and finish him off. Eagle at 64%. This is not going to go good for Eagle.
Into a corral.
Didachi bringing down Werewolf.
That kind of surprises me. He was fresh.
He was fresh. Elite, Ash at 73%, Elite at 89%, Eagle at 11%.
Eagle is at 11%.
He must be a stick because they moved away from him. Looks like this is probably...
he's not shooting. He's
Taxman destroys Fat Guy. It's going to go the way of Team 1, I believe, at this point. Just waiting to finish off Eagle and Elite. And Didachi brings down Eagle, and then Elite 70%. Maybe he can bring down Didachi before he dies.
He's got to be shooting at Didachi, which he wasn't.
And that is it. Team Douche Canoe securing the win against Team Honk Blarg.
So along with that, they should be secure somewhere in the top 3. We'll just have to see how the tiebreakers fall out of the next match.
So right now, other game guys, Douche Canoe and Death Helpers are 2-1. This other game guys and Team Ruck fighting will ultimately determine how this unfolds. Dadachi with 340 damage, Taxman with 449, Team 2, Elite with 217, and really the MVP for his team on that side. Yeah, that just went wrong as soon as they split forces. So let's get ready to go into this next game. Good job, both teams there. Happy to see the play. Happy to see everyone enjoying themselves.
All right, let's find out if Zero's back.
Should be back. Do you remember what the teams they were?
He was in Team Ruckus, remember?
No, I know, but like Team 1 or Team 2, do you recall?
Oh,
they did.
I figured we'd start over, man. I don't remember. I've been drinking all night. I flipped that coin. I probably dropped
Zero's
it.
not back.
Zero's not back. Okay.
No. Still at the store.
Alrighty. Well.
Is Gotard playing with you guys?
No, he's just sitting in there to chat.
Well,
you're technically the host switch. You want me to jump in with him?
Nope. Let's do this. Go to the 1v1 turn Coliseum, please, and let's you and I get into a little one-on-one, a little drunk one-on-one.
While we're waiting on them.
While we're waiting on them. Yep. Do a little drunk one-on-one. Choose your weight class, sir.
Choose my weight class?
Choose your weight class.
Let's go heavy, like for the Star League duel.
All right, heavy it is, sir. No problem.
It's gonna be like watching two hobos fight over a hoagie.
It's gonna be pretty bad.
Have fun, guys. Hey, I really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, we're good, brother.
All right, I am ready to go, man.
All right. Crash and burn, because that's what I intend to do to you.
So, the other night, how the 1v1 went, we're just gonna not talk about that, and what unfolds tonight is gonna be what goes on the record. I just crashed.
You talking about what
Don't
happened
move.
last night on Star League? Your game crashed?
Yeah.
Sure it did.
No, it did. You could look at the stream. My fucking game crashed.
Are you scared?
No, man. I'm relaunching now. I went ahead and set the team names correctly too, so that everybody can see what who's playing here. Oh, did I lose you on GoTo?
Did you what?
Looks like GoTo me. Oh no, they are. Okay.
I'm still here.
Yep. As I said, if you check the stream, I went ahead and reset the names correctly.
Hey, wake up.
Batman the boy and Switch the man. Are you fucking serious?
I don't even know if I could rejoin your lobby, man. I don't know how that works.
You should be able to.
Let me see. I guess I go quick play.
All right, he's telling me Zero's back, so we got to hurry up and end this thing. It's a matter of pride now.
I'm coming in. I'm coming in right now. Hey, Juju. If you hang out, Juju, we're just about to get the last game going, which is the fight for first place. We're just doing a drunken 1v1 while we waited for the teams to get ready. So here we go, Batman.
Are you in
ready.
game?
I'm moving.
All right. Marco.
Target acquired.
I think you're gonna get me on this one.
Fuel at 25%. Heat level critical.
Of course, you overheated.
Engaged.
Good one.
Bask in the glory of your triumph.
And that's why you're the unit leader and I'm not.
All right, good game, man. That was fun. All right,
It was fun.
Let's get into this. Let's get into this 4v4.
How the fuck did you almost double me up on damage? You're on 4 SRM6s and 4 small pulse on that, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what the hell I was doing then.
Five small pulse and 4 SRM6s.
Okay, so that must have been the difference. The 1 small pulse accounted for an extra 200 damage.
Well, the jump jets too. You got to really. I had jump jets I was using. So let's pulse into spectator. Let's get these two teams in here and let's get this going. I will check with them because I don't recall the team settings. So
I don't remember either. We might just need to redo the toss.
all right. Hey, were you guys team 1 or team 2? Do you remember?
Bro, fuck their moms. Sorry, what? Team 2.
Team 2. All right. All right. So Scotch was team 2. All right.
Wait, say what now?
Scotch was team 2. Douche, Team Rux was team 2.
Okay, so who's the other team?
Other guys. Bellicose, Ford, North, and Shadow.
The guys who won't group up, and I have to invite them all individually. Assholes.
That's right. All right, here we go.
I need to quit drinking because I'm cussing and my kids are in the room.
No worries. So for those just joining, this is the 54th Mechanized Regiment 4v4 tournament. We are in the final round of the Swiss, and the winner of this will likely take first place. It is 265 tons, played on Caustic Valley. Each team must have a light, a medium, a heavy, and an assault. Right now playing is team other game guys, because they play a lot of other games, and Team Ruckus. Team Other Game Guys is made up of 54th Mechanized Regiment Hunters from World Championship. Team Rux is 54th Mech Wolfpack from World Championship. And so looking forward to seeing this unfold. A bit of a grudge match. Sorry for the delays. Zeramine had to go buy condoms so they could have sex after this, and it took him a little bit longer than he expected. Team 1 is ready. Let's get Team 2 in here.
All right, so by our estimate, the winner of this match is the winner of the tournament, correct?
I think so, yeah.
We'll go back and review the brackets while we're waiting. Actually, so Team Ruckus dropped the first match 2-1.
Yeah, so if Other Game Guys wins this, they win the tournament overall. If they don't, we have to go to a sudden death match.
Wait. But if Team Ruckus wins this, they've won 2 and lost 1. Team Douche Canoe has won 2 and lost 1, and Team Douche Canoe holds the tiebreaker.
Hey,
oh wait,
wake
but
up.
Other Game Guys holds the tiebreaker against Douche Canoe, so it's a 3-way tie. Oh my god, that's a mess.
It's a bit of a mess. Yeah, Scotch, I'm quite aware of what I heard you saying. So let's get this other team in here and let's get this going.
I invited Zero to lobby. Maybe he's busy using those condoms now.
Come on, guys, accept the invite. Let's go.
Yeah.
I don't have one. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. It was there from before.
All right, they're coming in now. There they are.
There they are.
All right, so they are making ready, and let's get into this. We are close to Crash and Burn Mech Warriors.
Well, I crashed and burned.
Yep.
Man, you and I got all kinds of Top Gun references between us.
All right, so Team 2 is moving into trailer lanes. Team 1 is in trailer lanes. We are ready. Let's
We're
go.
green.
So I gotta say, Zero going to buy those condoms just now, he's got a motivation to get out of here. So my money, I was gonna say my money was on Team Other Game guys because they've had a really solid night, but with those condoms burning a hole in Zero's pocket, he's gotta get done. So I think he's gonna MVP this and bring it home.
But that could also be a distraction, putting his mind somewhere else.
Well, if he's putting his mind there, he's doing it wrong. Sorry. All right, so here we go. Team 1's got a Hunchback, 2C, Nightgyre, Kodiak, and Wolfhound.
That's a poke deck.
That's a poke deck. Team 2, Kodiak, Onichan, Shadowhawk, and Jenner Oxide. Brawl
They
deck.
came to brawl. Yeah, I like it. The classic.
So verifying Team 1, we've got Ultra AC2 small pulses on Shadowram. We've got Ultra AC5s on Ford. We've got Ultra AC10s and Gauss rifles on Bellicose. And we've got Med lasers on Northpaw.
All right, so Team 2 got in the circle first, only by a couple seconds. So I got to ask you, how do you like this matchup, Hydro versus North?
In the light, I put my money on Northpaw. North is a fantastic light pilot.
They're both great light pilots, and I'm inclined to agree with you. I think as a specialty, North might have the edge, but I don't know with this particular loadout matchup if he could take it home. Does that make sense?
It does. Team 2's getting balled up. It looks like they're going to try to get their guns together and push in as a group. Team 1 looks like they're braced to receive. I don't like their position, though. I wish they were back another 150 to 200 meters and their line was a little wider. As it is, if the Team 2 sort of moves their line back and forth, the Team 1's not in a position to share fire.
Yeah, I think Team 1's in trouble if Team 2 chooses to roll around on their left flank. That rock cropping just over Ford's shoulder on his left, that's going to split their fire.
And we are Team 2 in the brawl deck, not doing what brawlers should do, which is get the fuck in the fight. That's the third F-bomb. We are R-rated now. All right, we got movement from Team 2 now a little bit, but not much.
See, now Team 2 heard you. You didn't put the damn delay on your stream. They're watching it.
They're not doing that. This is gentleman's honor.
I'm teasing. I'm totally teasing. But they are pushing. They're positioning themselves to make a run at Team 1.
Team 2 is starting to move in, but again, Team 1, I don't like their position. I want those mechs 50 meters apart, spread on a line abreast.
There goes an airstrike.
Start backpedaling now.
Missed.
Dom down 9% on that initial Palisade. North doing a good job twisting through it, not taking a lot of damage on the response there. Dom at 83%. They are focused on Dom at this point.
So Team 1's putting down good fire, but they're splitting their targets. They're switching fire between mechs, and I don't think that's going to do them much justice here.
They are, but Team 2's taking a lot of damage on the inbound. I'm not quite sure who they're Ford. Maybe they're focused
Hydro's
on?
got Ford down. Yeah,
Zero takes
done.
Ford down.
Dom's going to die. But,
Dom's got Bellicose tied up with
those
those Goss, though. We got Zero and Dom on Bellicose. Bellicose is probably going down soon. We got Scotch and Hydra on Northpaw. Shadowram being unmolested at this point. There goes Zero.
Kills Zero.
Dom trying to get Bellicose. Bellicose takes down Dom. Hydro takes down Northpaw. Hydro shutting down. Scotch advancing on his own into Bellicose.
It's 2-on-2. Team 2 has the advantage in health. If they can get Bellicose, I think they can take this. And there he goes.
Bellicose goes down. Scotch Tape finishing him off. We've got Scotch Tape and Hydra versus Shadow at this point.
Yeah, and Hydra's in his back. I gotta give this one to Team 2 unless a miracle happens.
Good twisting by Scotch Tape. And Scotch Tape finishing off Shadowram.
Critical. LB10 ammo depleted.
And that is it. Team 2 bringing that brawl in. A little slow to get engaged. And I did not like how much damage they took on the approach, but they were able to pull that out.
Well, and as I said, when they did finally make their push, Team 1's flaw was alternating their fire between various targets. Instead of, selecting one and saying, okay, that guy must die, they shot, and then they started shooting somebody else, and then they went back to the other target, and it cost them.
That's positioning. They didn't concave. They weren't in a position where they could keep firing on the same target as they approached. They weren't, I don't think, objectively or deciding to choose different targets. They were choosing different targets based upon what was available, and I think that's purely based upon positioning.
Sorry about that. My kid was talking to me.
No worries, man. All right,
good damage spread though. So
good
I mean,
damage
you
spread.
know,
Yep.
Yeah, the fight was good. We'll switch sides and see what adjustments they make.
Yep. Let's get them adjusted and let's go from there.
All right, looks like we're gonna have a deck change out of Team Big Ruckus. They're modifying tonnage, or they're just putting a mind job on everybody. Like I think they did that last round too, right? Where they screwed around with the tonnage a little bit and then went back in the exact same drop deck.
Yep.
You guys, I'm having enough of a challenge casting this. Quit screwing with me.
A 4-way fucking tie. Jesus Christ. All right. We're going to figure
How so?
this out.
Because we have 4 2-1 teams?
Well, if Team Rocks takes this, that puts them at 2-1, and that puts other game guys at 2-1. However, we do have the points difference, and we'll have to look at that to see what how this unfolds, because not everybody went 2-0 every game. So we'll see how Challenge sorts it, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right, both teams are ready. Let's crash and burn Mech Warriors.
Let me just confirm Team 2's where they want to be. They weren't supposed to ready first, but they did. Okay, there they go.
So we really need other game guys to win this so that I don't have to do some complicated series of death matches to figure this out.
Sorry, my daughter's talking to me.
No worries.
Wave hi at my computer. That's my daughter, Lauren, you guys.
Hi, Lauren. Your dad's
said hi.
awesome.
She said hello also. All right, Josh, wave hi at the computer. That's Josh.
Hold on.
He can't see you, man.
Oh,
I got
okay.
the damn gang up.
You're in the right mode. All right, so here we go. We've got looks like Team 1 went with the Shadowhawk, Kodiak, Spirit Bear, Oxide, and Onichan again. Team 2, Kodiak 3, Wolfhound, Nightjar, and Hunchback. Both teams brought the same drop decks, it looks like.
Yeah, so it looks like Team 1 was just screwing around with tonnage just to make my job harder.
Yep, Team 1's pure brawls, SRMs, LBXs. Team 2, Poke Deck again, Gauss, AC-10, Small Pulse Lasers on Bellicose, Med Lasers on Northpaw, Ultra AC-5s on Ford, and Ultra 10s on Shadow.
All right, so Northpaw got in the circle first. That's not, oddly enough, I don't know why I said oddly, because it's not going to matter. The game's going to come down to the fight. It has every round so far, without exception. I am glad that we picked this game mode, though, because if we'd picked Skirmish, then they'd just be all over the damn place, and, it wouldn't force that confrontation. I really like this game mode for that reason.
That's one of the biggest plus about Star League over MRBC is the reliance on the domination game mode. I'm not a huge fan of Conquest. I love MRBC, but Star League forces the fight.
Conquest is okay, but the fact that they went with it for 4 out of the 5 rounds, I felt was excessive.
So it looks like Team 2 is content to set up and wait for the push. I don't like where Shadow's at. I don't like it. He's out in front of those guys. North Paw's in a good position off to the left. Team 1, balled up. When they push in, it's going to get ugly.
Yeah. Well, North's running now, but, if they had pushed on him, they could have dropped him and probably gotten back behind that hill with minimal damage on themselves. But, he was cagey enough to realize he was exposed and pulled back.
I do like where Ford and Bellicose are at, though. They've got about 400 meters, 500 meters between them and the rock, so they're able to put out fire while that team approaches and backpedal. With them shifting, though, they need to stay stationary and make sure those guns are up, because here comes Team 1. Team 1 is rolling into Theta, going to be coming down the Caldera. Here comes Hydra. He's going to peek that corner, take some Dekaki to the face.
Are you saying the same shit Twinkie Overlord says when he casts?
No, Daka to the face.
Okay, my drunk ears, man. Sorry, I heard something else.
No, I may have said something else, but I meant Daka. It just wasn't coming out clearly. Daka to the face from the ACs.
Okay.
So we've got a split here. Team 1, we've got 3 brawlers off to the right side. Hydra holding down the left side. Bellicose, Ford, and Shadow in a single file line.
Yeah, they were just trying to. I think they were trying to get the team 2 to focus.
And
on
here we go,
Hydra.
Team 1 coming from the right. Good focus on Zero at this point. Zero in the Kodiak. 70%, 62%. They're pushing in hard. Scotch using Zero as cover the whole way in. Bellicose is 69. Zero takes down Bellicose. And now they're focusing on Ford.
Hydro's running, trying to preserve his mech.
Scotch takes down Ford.
Yeah.
3-on-1 against Hunchback, and then they're going to go clean up North Paw. Shadow goes down. It's a 4-on-1 against North Paw. He will maybe be able to take out Hydra or Zero, but it's going to end in Team 1's favor.
Now we're going to have to figure out the playoff situation. And he goes down.
Command is happy to hear of your success and achievements on the surface.
So I have some thoughts about how to sort out who plays the sudden death for the championship. Totally up to you if you agree. I mean, it's your tournament.
Well, so we've got the bracket score that Challenge puts together for you. And so looking at the bracket score, according to what they use, the Buchholz in points difference system, Team Rux is on top. However, I'm trying to figure out how they get to that point. Total number of points scored minus points given up. So the Team Rux went 2-1, they went 2-0, and they went 2-0. Other game guys went 2-0, they went 2-0, and they went 0-2. Douche Canoe went 2-1, 0-2, 0-2. So technically speaking, this is actually rating it correctly because Team Rux didn't get 0-2'd in round 1. They actually secured a win. The other 3 teams
are tied for second. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. And we said we would go off of the what MechWare Online reported, and if it doesn't require us to play a tiebreaker, I say we roll with it. I see that differential. It makes sense.
I'm just checking one thing because Death Helpers, they went 2-0, they went 0-2, and they went 2-1. So they gave up one. They didn't make one. Yeah. So the points difference is really what we look at here. And they also Team Rux had 2 wins against the tied opponents. So in my opinion, I don't believe that we need a tiebreaker.
No, I think you're right. I needed a minute to see it, and now that I'm looking at it, it's pretty clearly defined. We have a winner. So let's hand out some prizes and raffle off some stuff, and yeah.
And yeah. All right.
Shut up.
So I don't have fucking Wampa's script. That's the 4th F-bomb. Sorry, guys. I don't have the script to pull everybody in to the same room, so I'm gonna have to do it one by one.
I'll start dragging them in. It's fine.
Man.
Error.
Oh Oh my god, dude! I cannot believe that. That was amazing. Oh, we're in another room.
Okay.
Hi.
All right.
Error.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, they don't like me.
If you guys could see my screen while I was hugging fucking Zero's ass on that push.
I wanted to watch the breakdown, honestly.
You know what? One,
I
there's
think-
a cunt that was cheating. Someone was fucking cheating.
Yeah, shut.
You were cheating. You fuck.
We were cheating. We were cheating because we brought the 12 small pulse laser Nova.
Hey guys,
Alright.
can we all agree that we'll drink to that?
Yes.
Yep.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
drink to
Hell
that.
Hell yeah.
So first,
My glass
yeah.
is empty.
yeah, first and foremost, let's give a drink out to our friend Big Ruckus.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Cheers, brother.
We're
Yeah.
I have
thinking
an
about
empty
you, man.
glass, damn it.
Miss you.
Miss you, buddy.
Cheers.
Oh
Cheers.
yeah, drink
I
to
will
that.
drink to that.
I will drink
Yeah,
to that. Hey, I got a
you
joke,
will
guys. I got a
love
joke.
this.
I got a joke. I got something
Okay.
funny to say.
Okay. Okay.
I know.
Ready? Ready?
All right.
White people.
It's so racist. It's hilarious.
I
That's
fucking love
great.
that guy, man.
I miss
All right,
him
so
much.
in looking at the way that it breaks down and based upon the 2-0s and the 2-1s, Team Rux brings home the fucking prize tonight, guys. Congratulations.
Yes.
Terrible
Congrats,
1v1s
guys.
to determine. Boo.
That's no. No.
I don't get how one round wins more than another round.
Well, if you
'cause
look at it, it's the giving up points and winning points. So
it's
essentially,
kills versus deaths.
it's not kills versus death.
No,
Is it
it's
not?
No,
Yeah,
Because then I'd always win.
It's points.
Yes,
So it's,
always win.
essentially, you guys 2-0'd and you took one from another team that 2-0'd. No one else did what you guys did, which was not give up 2-0s across the board and then take a point from teams that 2-0'd.
I guess it's basically getting an extra point for overcoming the hill.
Essentially, yeah,
Okay.
overcoming the hill.
I still think someone cheated.
It was me. I hacked the mainframe and bypassed the streams with the firewall tunneling.
Yeah. So
According
according,
to fucking,
if-
I'm Australian. Some cunt cheated.
if we're gonna ask Div Zero, they're gonna say that you cheated, Ash. So
Yeah, that's fine. I'm good with that.
No, if we ask Div Zero, they're gonna get mad because we didn't run lore mechs and that we fucked their moms. What?
All right, so I need to get this list of players in the room and start
Hey, did
handing.
we get something for food?
No.
So I'm doing
I need
raffles
30
now.
seconds. I need another beer, goddammit.
All right.
Man, I want an encouragement award, or you can get fucked.
All right, so team the winning team, Team Rux, you guys get a standard mech pack of your choice. Myself, Di, Ford, and
Hey.
Womp are handing those out, so we'll talk to you guys about that in a minute. The raffle though, for everyone else, we've got a Javelin Collector's pack that Ash contributed, a Javelin Standard pack that Bellicose contributed, a Summoner M that Archon contributed, and 7 days of premium time that Zero contributed. So give me just a second.
7 days of
I
premium
did.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I forgot.
7 days.
No, I did.
No, it's
I did a
Badass.
thing. I forgot the javelin
Wait,
was even a thing.
So these handouts are gonna be determined by Batman's coin toss, right? 'Cause
No.
we're totally.
No, it's strictly just
Oh God.
a fucking coin on the ground.
All right, I need to get a list of these names. Hold on a second. Nobody leave the room real quick. I gotta count.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Yeah, just
We're the
congrats,
best
man.
around.
This is
3,
awesome.
12,
really well done. Seriously,
14,
guys. Seriously, tonight.
1.5.
Well done. Really good games. Fucking good
Fantastic.
casting. Well done to
Yes.
Batman and Switch.
Uh,
Very well
Switch-
done, guys.
Switch,
Really
the
well
easiest
done.
way of doing this is just going to the website and copying the names from the module.
Well,
Yeah, that was awesome, guys.
Well,
No, I'm seriously though. Like, well done. The casting was grass. It was really, really good.
Glad you
So
enjoyed it,
thank
brother.
you. Thank you, guys. No, seriously, thank you, guys.
all right. So
well, thank
I,
you for being here, Ash, and thank you for being drunk.
I count 27
I'm
people in
always
the room.
drunk.
If the number ends on me, Batman, or Colonel Mustang, we will re-roll. Other than
Who's
that,
Colonel Mustang?
he's someone. He killed with the candlestick in the library.
The Colonel Mustard. It's Mustard.
He's a good friend of mine, Quinn Alards.
All right. So yeah, if it ends up on myself, and I'm just doing,
He actually wants to join 54MR.
I'm just
Oh,
doing,
yeah.
I'm doing top to bottom. There's 27 of us in the room, if I counted correctly. I'm doing top to bottom. If the number lands on you, you win the prize, unless it's me or Batman or Colonel Mustang. So you can see my screen, and I am rolling.
Number 8. Number 8.
16.
Number 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Go, Tar.
Death
Somebody
of Gods.
leave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Death of
Steph.
Gods. You win the Javelin Collector's Pack.
Booyah.
So close.
Golf clap.
That's awesome.
Clap, clap, clap.
Yay!
Death, send me a message via Engine or the website, please, so that I can make sure to give that back to you.
That
We're not-
sounded like aggressive
Give that
masturbation.
back to you.
We're now Let's see.
That
I think the ability to clap is really biased against those of us who use push to talk.
Yeah, right.
It,
All right,
it sounded like aggressive masturbation.
All right. Javelin standard pack. We'll be dropping death out of this
Is there
list
any
as
other way
well.
to do
Here
it?
we go. And three.
That is
Dom,
you, Switchblade.
That is
Oh, no, that's
Dom the Destroyer, who's already won. He won first place, so he's out of the draw. 22. Oh, fucking shit. So far, hell. Well, it's just I gotta count to 22. 1.
Well, death is 16.
Just count backwards from 27. 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. Quinn Allard.
Quinn Allard, you
Yay.
win the Javelin standard pack.
Congrats.
Nice
job,
Quinn.
Nice.
We're gonna do some MC, right, Switch?
Yeah, we'll do some MC too. And then Summoner M. Here we go.
Ooh,
I want that.
227.
Wait.
Oh, I hold on. I changed the maximum number to
Yeah,
627.
no, we don't need 627.
Huh.
Clap
how
for
that
that, yeah.
All right, 18.
What? Switch press quick
So
play?
Death was
What happened?
16. Gotard is 18. Gotard, you win the Summoner N. M.
Sweet.
M.
That's awesome.
Welcome to the
Love
meta.
you guys.
Welcome to the meta.
And then last but not least, 7 days premium time. And it goes,
Shameful premium time.
Dom the Destroyer! Yay! No.
wait. He's not eligible.
No, I know.
No.
Dumb, stop winning.
Ash.
Don't
Ash
cheat it.
gets 7 days premium time.
Oh,
Hey.
That's a gift for making fun of it, Ash.
that's
if you
so
did
ironic.
give it to Dom though, it'd be literally useless. He has like 4,000.
I know.
All right, so I've seen Dom, Die, myself, Ford. We have almost 7,000 MC. I would like to give away 500 MC boons right now to anybody in the room. Are you guys okay with that?
yes.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Wait. Anybody? Does that mean I'm eligible?
You're
Yes,
eligible.
we need to earn it.
I am not eligible, but anybody else is eligible. All right.
Switchblade, get you
I'll
some
win.
MC.
I've got
That's
plenty
it.
of
I've earned
MC.
most of it. I should get 200.
No, because you're a cheating cunt.
All right. So we're doing 4 lots of 500 MC. First MC lot goes to 21.
I swear to Christ.
1.
Pink.
Wait, who was 22?
It's pink.
No.
Pink's
It's
21.
pink.
Pink Panther 500 MC.
Nice.
Who's Pink Panther?
Do I
Who's
get
Pink
really?
Clapping for myself.
Murder base for life.
All right, here we go. Second lot of 500 MC. Yeah.
Keep it together, Switch.
20. That's North Paw. 500 MC North
Oh my
Paw.
god.
Rigged.
Switch, you know when you say line
everything.
of something,
I
it's
think
gotta
that's
automatically
Hydro.
go to Ash.
All right,
Why is
and
Murderface getting everything? God damn it.
all right, here we go. Third lot of 500 MC. 4.
That's you.
Okay. I'll roll that again. Actually, you know what? I'm giving my 500 MC to Ash because he has earned it.
Fucking cunt.
Wait.
I told you, Switch, when you say line of something, it's gotta go to Ash.
Can we make sure it goes to Ash? Or,
Well,
can we
we-
make sure Ash gets a color?
So it's going to be
Or
colors.
or
Ash,
decal?
you have to spend this 500 MC on colors and decals. That is the condition
Okay.
of it.
Colors, no problem.
Oh,
Deckles.
wow.
Assimilate.
All right, here we go. Last lot of 500 MC.
Assimilate.
24. So pink was
God
21.
damn.
Taxman.
Taxman, 500 MC, brother.
Congratulations.
Well done,
Yeah.
Taxi.
All
You
right.
taxed us all.
If you guys, those of you that receive prizes, please send me a message through Engine, through the website, so that I can respond to that and get you taken care of. For the first place team, Scotch. Let's see, who the fuck was that? Scotch, Dom, Zero, and Hydro. Reach out to me and I'll coordinate the gifting of prizes because there's 4 of us that are giving out those standard mech packs. So everybody just reach out to me through the Ancient website and we'll get it going. Guys, I had a blast tonight. Thank you so much for being in this unit and thank you so much for
This was
participating.
awesome.
Yep.
That was great.
A great
fun.
time was had
Good job,
by
guys.
all.
Good game, guys.
All right.
All right.
So I'm gonna shut the fucking stream down and have another drink, kiss my wife, and then come back and kill robots. I hope some of you will join me.
Stompy robots.
I got
Faction warfare.
I need
Hey,
to.
Switch, before you
Faction.
leave,
I need to
with
clean
the
up.
mech pack,
All right, man.
just give me whatever.
Just
you
fucking
think...
send me an engine web. Don't talk
just,
to me.
Just send me